One moment, debugging. Uh-oh. This video is working today, so why is it not working? Now it is. Be rebooted. Fixing this really quick for our girl Derpy. Getting her homunculus, it's right. What's your intelligence modifier? Intelligence modifier. What's your intelligence modifier? Okay. And then it has 6. Wow. 6 whole HP on this bad boy. It do? Alright. Hello, friends.
Well, okay, I've already played Eve. I don't need to go back to that.
Eve is space Nazis. That's a whole nother thing.
Nazis in space.
That was a movie too, wasn't it?
Well, there was one. What's it called? The moon one.
Iron Skies was like
Iron
Nazis
Skies,
from the moon.
Yeah.
Oh, we started
Yeah.
watching that. That was weird.
It was a very weird movie.
Was
Is
it
that
like
better or
too
worse
weird
than
to be funny?
Velocipaster?
Wait, no, we didn't.
Hey,
we didn't watch
Velocipaster was
it.
a good movie.
Wait, hold on, Velocipaster.
I just looked at him when he did
You-
that.
you
And
have
Look
to
up
I
the
did
synopsis for
Velocipaster.
Velocipaster and you won't be disappointed.
Yeah, I know what
you're
it
doing
is.
that.
It's exactly what it sounds like.
I'm sold.
I still want to see that movie. I have not watched it yet.
Rule 100 of the internet: gay will not be tolerated.
Wow.
Wow,
Where are you
that's
getting these stupid ass
changed.
rules?
That's
It's
a very
literally
out of date
rules of the internet.com.
I believe
Oh,
that
no, I've seen.
rule
We
is-
did.
I believe the version of that now is that 2020 Rule 100 is everyone must be gay or something like that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
straightness will
probably.
not be tolerated.
Yeah.
Why
I think
you
so.
have
The
to
thing
be
is,
gay?
rules are never changed. They're just amended later with new rules.
Oh, it was on Netflix. Yeah, I watched Iron Sky: The Coming Race on.
Was it even worth seeing?
Legendary
It sounds like the whole
city of
concept sounds ridiculously
at the center
entertaining.
of
If
the
it's like
center of the
over the
earth.
top campy,
And at the
but it sounded like they
center of
went.
that
They
I was
didn't try to make
definitely
it.
asleep when I watched it.
Unfortunately,
So okay.
That makes more sense.
crawling with
I was
gravity.
like, I do
And I'm
not
not-
remember that.
I would remember the Nazi Moon movie.
I feel like I would remember that.
Probably would.
Alrighty.
Jojo Rabbit, on the other hand,
Banger.
fucking awesome.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Absolutely,
It's on my list.
so good.
It's been on my list, but that's
Taika
another.
Waititi is an absolute like madman, brilliant director.
I did not realize that was him. That's a whole other reason to watch it. 'Cause,
He
yeah.
is the writer.
I'm glad
and
we live in a
director.
world where a Yiddish man can play, a Nazi.
He's not. Oh yeah, he is Yiddish. He was like he's.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. He's Maori and Australian or Austrian.
Yeah.
And yes, he plays
Right
Hitler in
on.
the movie.
Well, he plays the boys. You know,
1 second.
Did
Is that on?
spill
Is that
all over
on?
yourself?
Is
he
that on
just spilled all
Netflix?
over himself. Is it on Netflix
Not yet, no.
JoJo.
or
Where'd
HBO?
you-
It's I think it's on HBO.
It
Yeah.
was
I
HBO.
think I still am paying for that accidentally, so maybe I'll take advantage of that and
Accidentally.
watch.
Bruh,
I have
it's
too many-
included in our AT&T.
Hey, I
Oh, maybe
like,
that's what it is.
the subscription models work, man.
Yeah, it works for them.
Yeah,
I mean, we don't
everybody
pay for
forgets
it.
about
It's
it.
included in our plan. Like we would have to opt out
Mm.
in order to not have it.
Gotcha.
You know,
I'm
Why
looking
is
at it.
TV deals like the last like bullshit bartering like thing you got to do left in society? Friggin' ridiculous. The amount of homework you have to
Hey.
do to understand like what you're getting.
I'm okay with it when we are not having to pay for another subscription service.
I can
Yeah,
tell you from
that's-
working retail, everybody fucking thinks we still live in a bartering society.
To be fair, retail
How-
is a bartering.
How
like,
often do you get the
there-
joke where it's? Oh, sorry, I didn't interrupt you. Go ahead.
It's not a joke anymore.
I get that. I get that all the time. It's like, that must mean it's free, right?
Yeah, that's
It's
what I
like,
was
you
going with.
motherfucker.
Yeah,
Or
yes,
people-
it is, because
I don't
anyone who's
give a
worked
shit.
retail knew exactly where you were going with it.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, guys.
Also,
But
I have
but
to
can
say,
apply
I still
two
haven't.
coupons at once.
but
I
to be
still
fair,
haven't. I still haven't caught up to the. Hey, your name's Jeffrey, and you work at Toys R Us. That must be why they hired you.
Oh,
I get-
Jeffrey Giraffe.
I got that one all
because
the
I'm a
fucking
fucking
time.
giraffe.
That was your
Yeah.
whole resume. It was
Yep.
just my name.
And then I
Yes.
still get
Size
the-
72 font just as Jeffrey is my name.
yes.
name
Yes.
Jeffrey. That's all you need to know.
Yep. And then the other one I get is that must be why they hired you, is because I'm 6'5".
I
I
was gonna
don't
say
need a
it's
ladder to
tall.
reach most things in the
Oh,
store.
you can reach the high stuff. Wow.
So they're like, "Wow, they must have hired you
Ladder?
because you can reach stuff." It's like,
What
no,
a knee slapper.
So
He's
you're
so
not only
tall.
Jeffrey, but you're tall.
yes, yes. You're making the same connections that every literal person I've ever met has made.
Yep.
So
Had to say it out
congratulations.
loud because
Spell it out.
someone on the internet wasn't getting it.
What I'm hearing is because you're so tall, you weren't hired. He was just at eye level. Am I right? Okay, that was.
All right,
Better
we're
than
gonna do a
that.
summary. Let's get this thing going. I'm tired of the bullshit. All right, so the group arrived 8 hours later, following after the encounter with the the Chewinga and the fox. Follow the footprints. 8 hours later, you arrived at the cave entrance of the Big Lair, and chose to go into the entrance that had a light coming from it. Upon entering, your group saw a bonfire with some meat on it, a pen filled with sheep and goats, and a deep humming coming from further within, along with some snoring. The animals all have name tags, and the meat on the fire turns out to be a dwarf. Upon further scouting, the party finds a snoring ogre in the other cave chamber, along with the mead barrels. Ulra finds the Veerbig and uses her power to charm him. A conversation happens as they find that Doug got the mead to share with his mate Gog. The party convinces Doug that the mead is actually poisoned, while poisoning the mead with a spell, but cannot convince the Veerbig to let them take it on their own. He will go back to good mead with them and make the people give new mead to him. Once in the woods, the charm spell wears off and combat ensues with Doug the Veerbig. With the dire wolf summoned by Valhalla, Doug goes down, and as the party thinks the fight is over, Gog shows up, and they have to fight her as well. She carries some shiny metal pieces that gives Val some nasty flashbacks. The party returns to the cave to take care of the ogre as well, which they do. And with these threats eliminated, the party beds down for the night to spend the evening in the Veerbig's lair, figure out how to get the mead back to the town. So, we pick up at the start of the long. As you guys are in this, y'all are in the cave, bedding down for the evening. Figure out how you guys want to set things up. You're in the little area with the bonfire, with the sheep and goats, with the dead body of Friend the Ogre, and with some wagons and some barrels. Who's taking watches? What are you guys doing? Are you just cuddling up and going to sleep and hoping for something in the morning? Because it's time for your long rest.
I only need to do 4 hours, so I'll do, I can do two watches basically. Because I'll just be up petting the goats.
Yeah, Thad kind of volunteers for kind of the same reason. Not the sleeping, but the goat petting.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Demovan will assume that Thad is going to stay up and watch only the goats, so I will also take the watch.
Okay, you guys don't.
The men who watch goats.
Y'all don't all have to.
Thad
so,
who stares at goats.
there's 4 watches. There's 4 watches throughout the night. You're at the 8-hour rest. Somebody has to take first watch. Somebody has to take second watch, third, and fourth. Who's doing what? Because you kind of have to. You'll have to spread it out, obviously.
I can
I'll
do
take
first and
first.
last.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
take last. Yeah.
Okay. So Hirokin and Val will be on the last one. Who's going to be with Val on the first one?
I can go on first.
Okay. Demovan will be on the first one along with Val. Second and third.
I guess, yeah. Second would be Thad and Demovan.
Demovan's on the first.
Yeah.
Oh.
I gotta sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, I can literally take 2 watches
Yeah, and you
I'll
are.
just take,
on my own.
and I'll just take one of the late night ones because that's when Thad likes to be awake anyway. So sure.
Except when goats are most willing to be pet.
Sure.
I was thinking that's because he can surf the internet for justification for his crazy
it's when
ideology.
it's when I can think the best. Yep.
Okay. When's Kylus going on a watch? Or because right now Thad is watch 3. Kolra, Crix, and Callius, or Kylus have to help out somehow. It's one more watch that needs. The second watch needs to be covered.
Then I guess I'd be up for it.
Okay, Crix. Okay. If no one else is going to be volunteering, those will be the watches. So, how does everybody bed down for the night? How do you guys get cozy, staying warm here?
I'm doing a trance thing like in the middle of the
Okay,
goats.
so when you eventually get your rest, you'll do the trance. Oh,
I'm in the middle of the goats.
Since Kolra is not doing has not volunteered, she gets to roll a D100.
Oh hell yeah!
I love it when this happens. Usually, then I hate it if it doesn't.
All right, so Kolra, Neon, there you go.
So close to greatness.
Yep.
So close.
It's a D100 plus 7, right?
Plus 7.
Yeah, totally. Okay. Alrighty. So, how's in the first watch we have Valhana and Demovan. Where's everybody else getting their rest? Just piling up and stuff.
Thad's got his. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I'm as closest to the fire without burning myself.
Thad's back up against this wagon here, wrapped up and just kind of in like a meditative, like sitting position, and sleeps in that way.
Okay. Sounds good. So the first watch is Demovan and Valhana. What are you guys doing? How are you guys watching?
I'm leaning against this cart, looking, I guess, these directions. Good.
I'm kind of skipping around the fire in, la-di-da mode. Just, like looking down, then just,
Yeah, I
and
guess
then
I'm
going to
watching her
pet the
do this.
goats, and then going around the fire and looking down, and then going and running to the goats and saying hi,
You're very spunky, aren't you?
and then petting all of them.
What is both of your passive perceptions?
I am at 14.
Oh, nice.
12.
Alrighty.
There's typing.
I'm sure that's irrelevant.
Yeah, it's nothing.
All right, so on your first watch, it goes uneventfully during the 2 hours that you guys are staying up. The rest of your party is asleep. Thad probably snoring. Hirokin probably purring a little bit in his sleep.
I would say that Hirokin would have grabbed like the smallest goat and kind of like curled up around it, like.
Poor goat.
All right. And outside.
Eventually, I'm gonna go over to Demovan and just be like, because you were like, what did you
Yeah.
say?
Like, you're spunky, aren't you? Is that just you, like, skipping for an entire 2 or 3 hours?
That's just because you're boring.
True.
Got him. Fuck.
Have you met?
Hold on.
Oh shit! I forgot all the goats' names. Have you met Chad? That's got to be a goat's name, right?
That is
Fluff.
not a
Have
ghost
you met
name.
Fluffy?
I met Bob.
Fluffy?
And
I do remember there was Lonk. That was my favorite.
There's
yeah,
a long
I met
and there's a
Ba
Fluffy.
and Lonk.
There's Ba.
Well, you should meet Fluffy. It might cheer you up a little bit.
Hey, together they're
lacking some
bonk.
smiles on your
Oh, no.
face.
They're in horny jail.
No, together they're Belonk.
they're horny jail because they're goats. I get it.
But there is a goat named Horny. So,
Was that?
Horny is the warden
My
of horny
favorite-
jail.
My favorite is the sheep named Bobo, which is probably the one that Hirokin is cuddled up with.
Oh no, don't eat Bobo.
That's the smallest one.
No, it's my friend now. It's like
So
a cat.
After that
Well,
first,
I'm just gonna tell Demavan to go pet some sheep while
Yeah.
I'll look down these hallways. You go pet Bobo.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I pet presumably Bobo here and like peek over here occasionally, and then pet Bobo for like 10 minutes, then peek over here, and then
While Demavan, you pet the sheep, and Valhalla continues to prance around. The others do get some rest, even though there's the kind of like consistent tapping of her feet.
It's
stone
very, very
floor.
light. It's
It
very
is
light.
very light. The wind outside
The
howls.
crackling doesn't even the crackling of the fire covers it.
You guys remain warm, and Demavan and Valhalla, you guys have to maybe put on some
storming
more
outside, you
logs.
said, with the winds.
You have to put on some logs on like the fire every once in a while to keep it kind of lit and warm. But there is some wind outside. It's not heavy or severe, but it's basically just the same wind you've heard as you've been throughout Icewind Dale so far. Your typical night wind. There is a moment of calm for a moment, then it picks back up. But you're not feeling the temperature get any colder, and you're not hearing it get any more. After those first 2 hours of watch, it's time to wake up the next. So, Crix would be up.
I'm going these barrels.
Mhm.
Tap
Alright.
with the butt of the pipe.
Whoa.
He's up.
Oh, her tire popped.
Mhm.
All right.
Ew.
So, Crix, on your watch, what are you doing during your 2 hours?
I don't know. Burning shit, probably.
Okay. Just putting more, like, just your typical kid at a campfire, just like finding anything flammable that's not valuable, and just like putting it
Yep,
in
pretty
the fire.
much. Yep.
I'm gonna wake up into that community scene.
Yeah.
Eyes open. Everything's on
just
fire.
Crix smiling ear to ear, teethy grin as everything's on fire around him. He just said, "Whoops."
This is fine.
Yeah, exactly. Fletcher, what's your passive perception? Or Crix, what's your passive perception?
16.
Okay, great. So, during your 2 hour watch, the rest of your party sleeps while Hana meditates or trance in the middle of a bunch of goats and sheep. Hirokin continues to purr, curled up with the smallest sheep. Everybody else who's not on watch is asleep, staying warm. The fire dips down once or twice, some wind coming in through the tunnels, but nothing really changes in that. During your watch, though, Crix, at near the end of it, you hear the wind completely die outside, and it gets eerily quiet in the cave. All you hear is just the crackle and pop of the logs on the fire, the snores and heavy breathing of your companions, a drip from somewhere further inside echoing off the chamber walls. There's just the sound, the lack of sound from outside. It's eerie. If you had hair on your arms, it would be standing on end, as this is basically something like suddenly everything went silent outside.
I would be suspicious of that. And I would, first of all, light up the elemental lantern.
Yeah, it glows normal color, no, not green.
And then I will head outside and look around.
I must burn the silence.
So, as you look outside, even since you don't have dark vision, but you're able to see this, outside as you look around, it's kind of serene and eerie. The trees are all still, covered with snow, fresh, but not so heavy. There's about maybe 3 or 4 inches of snow on the ground as you walk through, and you hear that kind of crunching sound as you continue inside. You wrap yourself up in your cold weather furs, as you can see your breath, especially your hot breath, creating basically like a plume of plume of steam around you, and you look up around you. You see something amazing. There is like a ribbon through the sky. Something that looks like it's trailing behind it, like an aurora borealis. Rainbows dance throughout the night sky. The snow suddenly not falling anymore, as you see this almost like a tail of something attached to something. You can't really see what. You squint your eyes against the blackness, but you can't see what it is. But something is trailing this beautiful rainbow throughout the night, all the way across your vision. It crosses the night sky. The only thing I can compare it to would be like a jet trail that you guys see, on a clear day here, of that kind of just big, loud jet trail that arcs across the sky.
Yeah, how far up is it?
Must be like thousands of.
Okay, never mind. I'm not
That's
gonna.
not bad saying
If
jet
we're
chemtrail.
talking about Aurora Borealis, the lowest possible one that shows up is about 30 kilometers up,
This doesn't.
and the
look-
highest one is 400.
Yes, but this is what it looks like, the aurora borealis, but it definitely is. It's odd because it's appearing as if it's trailing something.
Yeah.
Understood. No, actually, not understood at all because I'm sleeping.
And as you stand out there, Crix, you watch as the whatever is creating this trail of rainbows goes beyond your vision, like a pin dropping suddenly. The wind picks back up again, not strong, but basically exactly where it was before. You shiver against the cold, almost like it's been renewed again. Stare up at this slowly disappearing rainbow aurora sky, more and more getting obscured by the light snowfall.
I'm just gonna probably just stay out there and keep produce flame in my mouth like I do to just keep warm. But just kind of just stare up for a little while. Probably long enough that Valhalla, assuming she even would notice.
No, so Thad actually wakes up next.
Yeah,
At
that'd be
the
next
start,
one. Although
wakes up. His internal
Don't show
conspiracy
Thad the
clock.
chemtrail.
Yeah. His internal conspiracy clock.
something is flown above us. Yep.
Yeah.
So Thad, you wake up and you notice that Crix is not in the cave. But you remembered that he was taking the second watch, and now it's your turn to take the third.
This is unusual. He's up to something. All right, I must go find him. I'm gonna go. I guess I would look here to see if I see any sign of where he went. Mostly looking for scorch marks.
You see light flickering from. I would say you would see his produced flame.
Oh,
right?
I can. Okay.
Yeah,
So I'll
flickering
like
in
other.
that direction. I don't have it lit up, but
Okay. I'll just walk to the edge of the. I'll watch him for a second, see if he's doing anything really weird and suspicious, because obviously I'm now suspicious of.
you walk out and you see just the tail end of that aurora, that ribbon of rainbow, rainbow in the night sky, now just slowly disappearing.
Whoa.
And you can see it almost like it's dissolving off into the distance, following the same way that Crix saw it going.
What was that?
I am unsure.
An omen. Something significant.
Whatever it was, it stopped the storm.
I narrow my eyes, looking at you. Perhaps this is some sort of weather control by the people at Goodmead. Why would they
Or
do this, though?
it could be by Imix. He is not a fan of the cold.
It's still really fucking cold, though.
Yeah, the snow and cold definitely is back to exactly where it was.
Yeah. But it was it was less windy and
Oh yeah,
cold.
it was
Yeah,
dead
there
air.
you
It
go.
was like
There,
dead
and
air,
that's- yeah.
like a weird
Yeah.
kind of thing.
It could be. But I think we should keep an eye out for this if it happens again. But it is my turn to take the watch. You should return to sleep.
Yes.
All right, I'm going back in the cave now. Yep.
Yes.
I'm gonna go sit my ass right next to the goat. I'm assuming that one's Fluffy. I'm look over. Because that's the first one I saw when I first came in, so I was assuming I look for that one like, hi Fluffy. How are you doing? I'm gonna give you a pet now, okay? Yep, you are Fluffy. And then I'm gonna sit down.
It wakes
My
up.
eye.
It wakes up.
I was gonna say my eye, like, because I'm in a trance, right? So
Uh-huh.
my eye just kind of like my left eye flickers open a little bit, and then I just go back to my trance, like a slightly bigger smile on my face, crowded by all the sheep and the goats.
It sticks its head through. Fluffy sticks their head through the crude wooden fence and rests it on your shoulder.
I'll look at. You are an adorable sheep. Yep. I'll again kind of squint my eyes at it. What are you not telling me?
Squints its eyes back at you.
Well played.
You
All right.
notice that these sheep and goats as well are like, these are the fluffiest sheep. Like the imagery here is pretty damn accurate. Like these things are like they've never been
Mega
shorn.
floofed.
Yeah. They're
It's like the one in New Zealand that escaped for like years and then came
Yeah.
back. You seen that one where it's like a mega floof?
Yeah. Dog definitely was just keeping them like well fed and well taken care of. I mean, they don't have like their fur is not matted or anything. He was definitely brushing them and like taking care of them, but he was not shearing them. So they've got like voluptuous coats of sheep fur, and the goats are like their fur is just long, almost brushing the ground, looking like giant walking mops.
I'll try to get Fluffy to. I'll kind of lean back so my back's against the fence now, and I'll try to get Fluffy to sit down so I can use them as a pillow as I lean back. Not to go to sleep, but I sit there and I go, "Hey, Fluffy, you keep watch. I have some important things to look at." And I'm gonna pull out the bag of metal bits I picked up that was spooking
Right.
ball.
So
Yeah.
So you look at the bag of metal bits. And you turn them around in your hand. They're wildly light. Like your primitive orc brain goes nuts on this. Where there's
This doesn't make sense.
no, it doesn't.
How?
It doesn't at all. You hold something in your hand that's about the size of your fist, and it weighs less than I don't know. It weighs nothing. It's nearly. It's like this would be the equivalent. Like this shit's like titanium. Like it's very,
Super
very
lightweight.
light. Super lightweight for what it is. And you poke at it, you try to bend it, and it is absurdly strong.
Is this something strange? Are these like fragments
Yes.
that are like broken apart?
It looks like they're fragments that are broken apart, but also it looks like they've been broken or torn apart.
Okay. Then after playing around with them a bit, I'm kind of like mumbling to myself, this is definitely something here. And I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna spend my entire watch trying to put the puzzle together.
As you look through sift through these metal pieces and poke around in them, you find something that's a little bit odd, or it's something different than the other metal pieces in here. All these metal pieces are these smooth, very, very smooth, shiny, light metallic pieces that, yes, they look like they've been broken or torn apart. And as you try to puzzle them together, you grab something that's cold, extremely cold to the touch. You
Ooh,
pull it
that's
out and
weird.
you feel and you see something that's basically you almost think it's a shard of glass.
Like clear, you can see through it, translucent,
You
or
can't see through it.
oh,
It looks
but
like
it feels
glass.
like glass. Okay.
Feels like glass. It's cold as ice, and it is
Willing
Almost.
to sacrifice.
dark.
Only if you pay the price.
Starts playing in the ghostly in the background.
It is. It's immediately you get shivers throughout your body.
Not just related to the cold itself, but something
No.
weird.
Something unnerving about this.
Yeah, I knew there was something in here. Oh, this must put it all together. Now, if only I could figure it out. I guess I'll. Is it like too cold where it starts hurting my hand if I hold it for a while, or is it just like holding
No,
ice?
it's not like dry ice type of cold.
Hmm.
It's just it's you hold it in your hand and it's cold.
Okay.
The longer you hold it in your hand, remains the same temperature. It's not.
Oh, so it doesn't warm up.
No
being-
heat transference.
Yeah. Interesting. I'll use it. Is it like a shard in the sense of like the sharp edges, or is it more like a round piece? What's the profile on it?
It has points to it. It looks like it's a fragment of something that it broke off of something in the past.
I'm gonna try to scratch one of the other metally bits with it to see if it'll scratch the metal.
It does not scratch it, but it doesn't break.
Okay.
Does it make a noise?
Oh yeah, it definitely does.
Oh, is
Like
it
nails
kind
on
of
a
like
fucking
Yeah,
chalkboard?
you watch as all the goats and sheep around you just suddenly like their eyes shoot out or their eyes shoot open.
no, it's okay.
And if I were to see
Oh,
this as I'm
Fluffy.
sitting
Sorry,
right
Fluffy.
between them all, like, do I freak the fuck out? Not freak. the
I'm
fuck
definitely
out,
not paying
but, like,
attention to
am
you at
I?
all, so I don't know what. Yeah.
I mean,
But,
you
like,
would wake up. You'd shoot out of your trance probably.
No. I mean, upon seeing
What he's
The
doing.
metal shard,
what
the
he's
shard I'm holding.
doing.
The shard that he's doing or working with. No, you don't freak out as much as you did previously. It still makes your stomach churn.
It's still
Valhalla.
unnerving.
It's
but,
unnerving
Okay.
looking at the stuff that he's playing with, trying to piece together. But specifically, the strange kind of black ice looking thing that he has in his hand does not evoke anything from.
Got it.
Yeah, I definitely don't notice you looking at me at all. So I'm just trying to comfort Fluffy real quick after the noise. No, calm down. I'm just playing with this thing. It's okay. It's okay, Fluffy. Well, I think I'll just probably spend the rest of the rest again, not looking anywhere at all. So if anything comes in,
Yeah, what's your passive perception?
Glad you asked. It's actually 11. It's 2 digits.
Hell yeah.
No shit.
2 more digits than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, me too. Huh?
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Give me a as you continue. Are you continuing to like work with these metallic objects?
Yeah, I'm gonna be fiddling with them, kind of mumbling to myself, mostly focusing on the cold piece, which I'll keep now wrapped up separately, depending on how this goes.
Yeah, the cold piece you easily can discern has nothing to do with the rest of these metallic pieces. Seems that it was put in there by like an afterthought or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, I just mumble. It's cold.
All right.
It's cold here. We're trying to get rid of the cold.
Give me a straight intelligence. It
Oh.
can be investigation. It can be investigation, or
Okay.
or just intelligence.
I think they're the same. They're both -1.
Okay, then do an investigation.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Wow. All right.
Dope.
All right. So
My
spending
wrinkles are focused.
the majority of your 2 hours looking at this, you slowly begin to kind of piece things together. Things don't fit right, but you can kind of wrap your brain around what might have gone next to each piece, kind of where they would fit in together, and you start to discern that this was a whole object at one point.
Including the frozen bit inside, or is it separate? Or just
Just not find a place for the frozen bit. It
Okay,
doesn't make
so the
much
metal-
sense. But as you kind of piece it together, you get pretty far in what you can kind of figure this thing out. I'm trying to. I'll give you a description of what this looks like, because you notice that things you see that the metal is, even though it's extremely strong, you can tell that the metal was like torn in places and nothing fits correct like a puzzle piece. This thing wasn't shattered. This thing was.
It's just like putting like
violent end.
Like a plane crash, or you're trying to
Yes.
put those parts back together.
Yes,
kind of a thing.
actually, your mind goes immediately to that. I don't know why, but it goes to this thing looks like it was. I would say it looks like you can discern that this thing was violently torn apart, whether by something or someone pulling it and tearing it apart, or it, met another violent end at some point. But it definitely did not shatter. It was torn.
It's like deformed along
Yes.
along the breaks and things. Okay.
Correct. And as you look
Very
down at this thing, it's starting to take shape. It's about 3 feet long and looks like it would form some sort of long tube closed at one end with an opening on the other. And you notice that there's a very, very apparent missing part. Like, at the top of it, it looks like You notice that one of the pieces has what looks to be some sort of like moving part, a swivel, pivot.
Interesting. Okay,
And-
something that should
and-
fit in.
Yeah, it's like some ball joint, where the ball part of the joint is missing.
Huh. This is definitely getting Thad super into like, oh god, what's this all mean mode right now. So I think it's so hyper focused on this. Then when it gets close to the end of the watch, he probably overshoots it by a few minutes, and it's like, oh right, I gotta go. And I'll try my best to remember what the missing piece would look like, and just put everything back in the bag, kind of in the order that I set them up, or put them out, so I can kind of do it again quickly if I want to. And I'll keep the cold piece separate in another pocket in my coat, and look at that one later. And I'll go wake up. Who was next? I'll go wake them up.
Valhana again, and then
All right. I walk over to. So I packed it all up, put away. Still thinking things, and I'll bump Hirokin's shoulder. It's your time to watch out. Please don't eat the goats. And I'll walk over to.
the goat in his arms wakes up first.
Yeah. Oh, it's a cutie.
I would need the goat.
You know,
Putting
that's
on its back,
adorable.
I like to do the cat. Like, yeah.
Yeah, making
Stretch out
biscuits.
and get up. Yeah, as I stretch out and get up.
Right. Where's Valhalla? I do not see her anywhere nearby.
I'm here.
Her head
Oh,
pokes
shit.
out from the midst of like
I
six
just
goats.
like stand up and be like,
Oh.
"Hi."
Oh, you were over there the whole time. Of course, you were in there the whole time. Great. I'm gonna go back to sleep. Okay, good night.
Granted, where Valhana was is probably the warmest spot in the entire cave.
Surrounded by all the fluff.
Yeah.
Also, probably the stinkiest.
Hey.
They
It's an
are
aroma that grows on
surprisingly
They're
surprisingly well clean. Like they themselves don't stink, but there is definitely a poo
Don't-
corner at that pen.
Yeah.
High hell.
Yep.
All right.
Say,
so,
don't forget, we have burned ogre corpses to
Oh,
contend with bad smells.
So-
So, you know.
See, but
Hirokin and
that's-
Valhana.
smells like dinner to Fletcher. So
Hirokin and Valhana, on your watch, you're taking the last watch of the night. As Valhana is scampering around. Actually, Hirokin, what is your passive perception?
12.
12?
12.
We have the same.
So. Are you actually keeping a lookout, Valhana?
Every time I scamper by one of these things, I'm peeking down the halls.
Okay, give me a perception check
And-
then.
I'm talking to the goats.
Give me a perception check, please.
I can't maintain my scamper and give you a perception check.
Cool.
I see nothing. Goats! Look, goats!
All right.
You know, you would see a lot more things if you were to less scamper, more stare.
Hirokin, are you staring, or are you? What is your watch aesthetic?
I think that Hirokin would try to like pull out his notes or like a book from his satchel, but seeing that Valhana is just dancing is kind of.
I am not dancing.
I'm sorry, scampering.
I am
Is that
thoroughly scampering.
yeah?
What's it?
Yeah,
What's it?
that's
What's it called when you're
that's,
like gallivanting through an open field? Like what is
Skipping.
that called?
frolic.
No. Frolic. That's the word. Thank you. I'm frolicking.
Yes, over the fire. No, I would be actively watching because I don't think they're like seeing this is like no, this is serious business. He would actually like try to watch.
Okay, give me a perception check then. Perception check from me, Hirokin. Okay. So, as you sit there, getting distracted by Valhana, frolicking around you, out of the corner of your eye you see movement. Something big. It's trying to sneak up. It's right. Valhana, stop moving for a second.
It's
One
right
second,
behind
Dad.
Valhalla, keeping pace.
Ah!
As she scampers over to this corner, it's kind of nonchalantly looks in that direction. You see a large shape behind her.
Yeah, I like skip over and have a bit. I skip over
Valhana,
and I'm just gonna like
bear with you right. I'm trying to
Yeah.
bear with you right now, Valhana.
What?
But there's a bear
What?
with you. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
what? Oh.
A large bear appears behind
Hi.
Valhana.
Wake up! I started like kind of like
Can I pet
kick Fletcher a little bit. Like, hey,
it?
wake up!
Can I? You're so fluffy.
Its mouth opens up about the size of your face, sniffs you.
It's like Valley Girl goes to LA Zoo for the first time.
You see it sniff.
By the way, I'm in my spring form.
You see
in case that wasn't clear.
It sniffs, and you watch as it like stands up to its full height, nearly 10 feet tall. This gigantic brown bear.
And I smile really big at it. Look how tall he is. Maybe we'll have another friend.
All right, Hyrokin, do you do anything? As Valhana obviously thinks this thing is trying to be a big cuddly
no.
bear.
It's a
I would
bear.
like, kick Fletcher awake and then be like, hey, friends, we gotta wake up. We gotta.
It's just a bear. It's
Got a
a bear. Can I pet you?
So it backs away as you try to reach out to pet it. Fletcher, gets roused, and I think now most everybody else gets roused as this thing goes. And it looks. You watch as it stands, 4 or 5 feet above Valhana, and looks at the group of you, and you can see its eyes thinking for a moment.
Oh my, that's a big bear.
Are you hungry?
It sits. It goes back down to all fours. Starts to look scared and starts backing away.
What is it? Is it the
Ring a
fire?
bell.
Do you not like the fire? What is it?
I think you just became the alpha.
I don't speak bear.
Like assessing the situation, like the second like a bear is like twice the size of this elf, Aura dashes over and very like back of the shirt and just tugs Valhana away.
Hey! Where did you even come from?
We're sleeping in the same room.
But that was just so fast. I just didn't look at the bear. What's wrong with him?
Yes, it's a bear.
The bear is backing away. You can tell that it's sniffing, still, like its nose twitching. You can see it's drooling a little bit. It looks like it's well fed, but it notices everybody, and you can see its eyes darting from one person to the other.
It's looking for his owner. It's looking for his friend.
Does
friend? Does he smell friend? Friend is dead.
Wait.
What are we gonna do, Cora? Cora!
Didn't what's his name say he had a bear?
Is there still a dwarf leg charring over this fire?
Yes, there is. It is very charred. It is basically.
I will grab it and I will toss it to the bear.
Immediately like jumps on it, paws forward.
And then would you say we've completed a long rest at this point?
Nope.
Okay.
I have.
Nope.
He seems to be hungry.
I have two. I had my full
Technically,
4
no.
hours of trance.
Technically nope, but
And I am now
yes,
on my
but
last
no.
thing.
Sure. Okay. But it is chewing on it is currently chewing on the haunch of that dwarf. You can see it tearing the flesh apart, eating bits and pieces of it as it kind of it does the typical like dog with a bone type of thing, holding onto it with its front 2 paws.
Unless we have some more dwarfs around here, we should probably try to leave this chamber. He looks mighty
Cora.
hungry.
It sniffs.
I will.
It finishes the dwarf, sniffs, and just pushes past you guys.
Oh, we're going after friend.
Actually, I would like to try. I would like to try and stop it.
Okay, give me
Hold
just
up
a
my hand.
contested strength check.
No, I wanted to like animal handle it, like try and control it, not like physically.
It's
I will
wanting
actually.
but the thing is, it's wanting to just push past you. It smells
Yeah.
something dead it wants to push past you and eat it.
It's a hungry bear.
It's a
And I'm trying to tell it to stop though.
Okay, can animal handling and versus a contested strength.
I will use inspiration.
Hey, Cora, I know it's not a mammoth, but do you want a bear?
18.
Nice.
Cora has like arm out to preventing Valhalla from following the bear and goes, "We're not bringing a bear with us."
So,
He's just hungry.
Crix, you hold your hand out trying to talk to this thing, and I didn't show it because I was doing these rolls as they were whisper rolls, but it rolled a 23. So it basically it doesn't harm you, but it just ignores you. It does the Yogi Bear fucking feet off the ground, sniffer in the air, just it just floats like a bear after pie on the windowsill towards the dead ogre's body. And then as soon as it looks over that way and sees it, its feet hit the ground, and it bounds over and just starts tearing into this thing. And then it kind of like looks back at you guys, mouth full of ogre meat, and then starts dragging the corpse.
Get out of his way. Oh, you're a big bear. Oh,
Yep, that's a big.
yeah. Oh, there's some gore.
Well,
It's gonna leave a mark.
so much for that idea.
Well, I think we might be a little safer to stay here now, but it does not make me sleep well.
Well, it disposed of the big thing in the corner. I bet that corner's warm.
It does smell
Nature
it,
is
doesn't it?
indeed a marvelous mother.
Yeah, in the distance you can hear the sound of the bear chewing. Vengeful, because it's kind of like it's basically the sound of like a dog with a bone, but the bone's extremely large. Cracking noises, ripping sounds, and slobber noises. And sounds of lip smacking satisfaction.
I'm sure there's a lesson we can all learn here today. I just don't know what it is.
Should finish the food that you cook.
And if you have a
Should
bear
hang your
for a
ogres up in
friend,
trees.
if you have a bear for a friend, it'll dispose of you when you're dead.
I do not know if that was the main lesson, but we have all
Ogre
learned.
up in trees is the best. Ironically, just as a side note, if you do remember, there were all those baskets and stuff that were hung up in the air in the room.
Oh,
that Fred
yes.
was asleep in.
Where we got all the goodies from, yeah.
That was the reason. So that also I'm now realizing they named this fucking bear Yogo Boar, which is very close to Yogi Bear.
When you said Yogi, I was like, wait, his name is Yogi.
His name is
Yeah.
Yogo Boar.
Hey, boo boo.
He's like the lower shelf knockoff brand version of Yogi.
Yogo Boar.
He's a Chinese Yogi Bear.
Yogi Berra.
Well, I could try to get back to sleep, but if we want to leave and sleep out in the cold, that might be safer, if less comfortable.
Why would that be safer? This
it-
bear just ate big ogre.
Well, I don't know how. He's a very large bear. I don't know how much he needs to eat, because if he's still hungry after that, I'm pretty sure he's coming right back in here.
Well, I do believe that there would at least be some time to eat through that ogre.
Let's just push this cart
And
into the
someone
hallway.
still keep
Out of
watch.
curiosity, would I know like how quickly a bear would eat on average?
Give
to
me a-
take that?
With that animal handling check, I'll let that stand, and yes, it'll take him the rest of the another, because this was basically near the end of Hirokin and Valhana's watch. It'll take him the good part of a day to eat that.
Mhm.
And then probably sleeps it off afterwards, be my guess. So, all right. Well, Crix, if you think you are good, I'm going back to sleep now. Okay. Night.
The long rest continues and ends without any other further issue. As you all wake up, fully refreshed from your long rest, with your 2 barrels of mead, one of them poisoned. Stop your movement! Jesus Christ, it's annoying.
I'm busy. I'm watching.
Mm.
Don't tell me how to do my job.
The morning comes. You have 2 barrels of mead, one of them poisoned by Valhana's poison spray the previous day, and a cart that needs repairing and a bunch of goats. In the distance, you can hear the loud snores of a cave bear.
Oh, I had said that I was going to be working on mending that during the long rest. I forgot about that this time around, but I know last time when we had ended, I was going to do, because I have mending, so I was going to spend like half of the night kind of like
Well, perhaps it's time to
Every
start
time-
fix this little splinter.
Every
Fix
time
this
you
little
made a
splinter.
circuit of your frolicking, you would just slap the side of the wagon and try to
Yep.
cast a mending spell on it.
Thad's leaning
Yes.
against it. He's like, God damn it.
Yeah, it's slowly.
I'm not
creaking.
slapping it that hard.
No, but your
Bad
mending
boy can
spell.
put
it
so
will
many
creak.
mending spells inside of it.
Yeah, but with with each mending spell, it like creaks and jolts and gets a little bit more upright, and it's just like it's the worst bed that Thad has ever leaned up and slept
Yeah.
against.
Well, that's why the
This is
second time
alright.
around he went to the
He gets
the
a
sheet.
Yeah.
in the middle of the night or like as you're about to wake up, Thad, you just get a solid thunk to the back of the head as she slaps the axle of this thing and it like,
Yeah, I was
rights
gonna say.
itself.
Come on.
Just
Oh,
the axle
goddamn.
just
All
goes
right, I'm up. You don't have to do that.
It's
I'm
the
awake now.
thick backside of your skull with a loud
Yeah.
hollow clunk.
Oh, this is absolutely the. Oh god, this is theme from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation with Randy Quaid. And he's like, you see, over this is government plastic. But this, he slaps his head. That's just solid bone. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Thad's head. It's all solid bone. He doesn't care, except for his very important circlet of anti-mind reading.
Oh, I have a thing, Thad. Can you roll me a wisdom save, please?
Yeah. Hey, actually, wisdom's not too bad. 11.
You're good.
Nice. I have no idea what this is for, and I'm gonna leave it just I can think about it.
Just pretend it didn't happen.
Yep.
The other thing is, over the night while I'm scampering around, I messed around and created a bag of holding. So, how big are those meat barrels?
Are there what
What?
barrels?
The meat.
Meat barrels.
They're
would
not.
say-
Okay, let's look at the bag of holding. So
64 cubic feet, 500 pounds.
But it has to be able to
No,
fit through
that's
the
the problem.
the
Yeah.
neck.
So
yeah.
So that means so we're talking
the bag
like,
of holding, bag of holding is literally like a hand. It's the size of like a satchel.
Look at the measurements. You're looking at the picture. Look at the measurements. It's like 4 feet by 3 feet.
Oh
or
yeah,
some
no,
shit.
the meat.
the
barrels
interior.
are-
The interior is
could
4 by
hold
4
it.
by 4.
No, but that
No,
to say
but it says it has to be able to fit within a
2
4
feet in
foot
diameter
by.
at the mouth. This is definitely a mead barrel. Is look at this because actually no, there's an
if it's
actual
like
description of this.
2
by
feet
the
in
way.
diameter.
Because I just think of the standard like large 55-gallon barrel.
It's not. So these things they're casks.
Oh, okay.
They're not so much the
Based on the
Because
weight.
if
I
it's
think
less
they're
than 2 feet in diameter, diameter,
diameter.
fuck off.
Hmm.
It could technically fit. I
What
could
if we
carry
cut it in
one.
half?
Yada,
You
yada,
see.
yada, yada. Yeah, can we
This is-
cut these in half?
This has turned into a Tetris session.
Yeah, can we get like a Resident Evil like inventory system?
That should be fun to do. With
There actually is
um,
RPGs that have like inventory slots like that.
seen
Diablo
a few
2 was
characters
one of my
like that,
honestly
yeah.
one of my favorites. Like I actually really liked how they did that. Diablo 3 I did not like, but Diablo 2 had a really good one.
Wow. They would fit.
Fuck yeah, both of them.
I mean, what weight can a bag of holding hold?
500.
500.
Dope, guys, I got this. I take my bag of holding. I take out a few little things that I had put in it because I only had like 10 pounds of shit in it, and then I just take the mouth of it and go.
Just put it over the top of the barrels.
That's the most I've seen stuffed in the orifice since. Oh, wait, never mind.
Yeah. So no. So I
Hold
looked
up.
this up. I just said like I looked up what is a 20-gallon drum or 20-gallon barrel, and Amazon sells a 20-gallon emergency water storage drum, and each of them are 16 inches in diameter.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
that's one thing. Like 55-gallon barrels are fairly large, but casks are not.
Yeah, the
But you see,
barrels. and the
gallons of water and gallons of meat are two different methods.
Yeah.
so-
Uh-huh.
Yep.
But each cask weighs 20 pounds. And they are. These are mead casks, not mead barrels.
Oh, I thought they were
Oh, okay.
200 pounds.
They are 200 pounds each.
Yeah, 20 gallons, and each gallon's about 8 pounds.
Yeah, so each one weighs
close enough.
200 pounds.
Plus the barrel itself. Well,
Each
and when
full
I see you
cask.
do that, it's like, whoa, wait, what did you do with the barrels?
They're safe and sound right here.
I've been told that before. I do not trust it. Where? Show me.
You want to look in? Look.
Yes, show me.
I'm holding open the bag of holding, and he just
Wait.
sees like these barrels
How?
that look so far
yeah.
away.
Yeah, I look around the
Bag.
side. I look at the top. Wait, what is this magic? I do not understand.
It's a secret. I'm just looking at him like this big old smile on my face, and my nose all crinkled, and I'm like,
Is this related to the shark? No, it can't be.
What?
Well, no, don't worry about it. I do not trust you completely, but you have shown me some. magic
wow.
and think about this.
You want to carry one?
I could.
Fine, here you go.
I do
And
not
I
want to.
pull one out of the bag of
Nope.
holding.
You can leave them in there. I do trust that you have them inside this weird vehicle of transfer, but I do not understand.
But will you help me put it back in, because it's really hard for me to lift that? I can't actually. I'm not very strong. you help me put it back in?
I'm a very strong individual, but I do not
Mhm.
feel like lifting
Mhm.
this right now.
I don't even think that
Mhm.
Thad would have been able to take it
I'm
out
not-
by himself.
I actually am not strong at all, which is funny.
But ironically,
He's
the
like,
way
"Fuck
that
that."
the way the bag of holdings work is just so funny. So like that, if you had reached in and thought about like
Oh, right.
cask of mead, it would have just been like, and you're just like, it just would have been like on
Thrown
top of you.
itself
Yeah,
onto
no,
you.
because it just like gets pulled out, just gets like ejected, evacuated from the bag.
It just
if
takes
that.
an action.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Imagine
literally
looking, like
cannot.
trying to lift something up out of water, like a boulder.
Yeah.
Like you get it like halfway, and you're like, oh god.
yeah. So I think Thad, you wouldn't have gotten it all the way out. You would have pulled it, and then
I'd be
everybody
like,
would have
"Oh,
seen
nope,
the top
nope."
like third of a barrel of a cask of mead appear from the bag that Valhalla is just holding open and like in between her two hands, and then all of a sudden you're just like, oh, and, like visibly straining. You watch the muscles in Thad's arms bulge, the veins on his head start to pop and protrude, and just and you just let it go, and it just goes thump, like back into the bag.
Oh, no, we'll keep it. We'll keep it in the bag. That is the safest place to keep it at this point. I'm looking around. Oh, no one saw anything.
In the
I am
background of
kind of a
this.
satisfied look. If you like,
That's the epitome of like pretty boy muscles. It doesn't do shit. They just look good.
In the background.
meanwhile,
this
I'm
whole
sitting here
road,
with
like,
400
around.
pounds in my bag, in my little tiny pocket, like satchel.
It always weighs 15. Kolra, what were you gonna say?
Just the background, like as this is happening, you can just see Cora going around and picking up the junk that Valhalla dumped on the ground to make room.
Oh,
Just, like,
I still
aside,
have
putting
room
it-
for it, Cora. I just wanted to empty it out in order to put the mouth over it. Here, you can
Cora
put the
with
rest of it in there.
hand and does the-
Here.
The hand mouth thing.
I'll take a rope. I'll take the rope. I'll take those tools. I'll take. Oh yeah, you could put the pistons in there too.
all right.
Yeah,
You
that's
are
fine. Go ahead.
gathering your strange menagerie of equipment and picked up things. That's very strange. What are we going to do about getting this wagon working? And are we trying to get these goats back to the people of town? I do not want to leave them here.
I think those two problems will solve themselves. We can use the goats to pull the wagon. We won't leave the goats here, and we'll have a goat-drawn carriage. So
Wait, that is brilliant.
So you look at the wagon, Thad, and the only thing missing is basically like one of the wheels needs to just be like picked up and put onto it.
Oh no, Flex. Yep, I got this. Let's go. I'll go pick up this wheel.
Wow, Thad fits the wagon. Sick. All right, so what
I'm
would be
standing there like, what?
Yep, we're good to go.
what would be
I feel
your
like I just
strategy
didn't-
for getting these goats and sheep all?
Oh God! Literally hurting goats. How the fuck?
I,
are we
uh,
gonna do?
I turn to everyone and I say, I think I can do it.
is there anything after that?
Okay.
I was sort of looking for permission, I guess. So, but I'll
Granted.
go ahead.
You're a free man. You do not need
I give
permission.
him a thumbs up.
Zippity boppity boo. And then all of a sudden,
Hey, I know that one.
nothing happens. But you obviously see Kalis wave his hands in a magical way, And then all of a sudden, I look and I say, "You there, take the goats and get them there." And I cause my unseen servant to herd the sheep.
All right. So there, you can see what looks to be like the sheep and the goats kind of like part as something walks through them, and it basically just kind of, makes a path through them, and then you hear like a pat on the butt sound, and one of the goats is like meh, like looks around, and then another pat 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 as the unseen servant moves from goat to sheep to goat. Just kind of herds them around out of their corral, and is somehow like a well-trained sheepdog, keeping them in a formation.
Slap herding. This is fantastic.
Are you gonna bring the cart with you? Are you gonna leave it here now? What would you like to do?
I think we tie the goats up to the cart. Yeah, have them pull it.
Yeah, why not? There's no reason to leave it here if we can make it work.
Mm-hmm.
The unseen servant from Kylus is easily able to arrange the goats in a orderly fashion along with the sheep. And there's one odd one out. That one probably will just jump back in the cart. Just ride.
Oh, it's gonna be the little tiny
It's
one
gotta
that.
be long.
Yeah. It's gonna be Ba. I think that's the one that. Or who was it? Was it Bobo? I forget which one.
What was
with
one that
Hyrule.
Hyrule was? I would say one of them's have PTSD right now. He's being in the back of the cart.
But all right, how are you? And do you guys have? I'm assuming you all have the prerequisite 50 feet of hempen rope that every adventurer has to start an adventure with.
Oh,
Mine-
I
mine
have
reminds me of my
rope and a
bag of
grappling hook in every campaign, so yes.
I as well have rope.
I have an explorer's pack, which, surprise, contains rope.
Yeah. You open. Thad takes the plastic off of his explorer's bag. Unwraps it.
That's
Rips the
crisp.
tag off.
Yeah.
Yep, very crisp.
I couldn't bring any rope. I'm too weak.
Can't carry shit. All right. Who wants to give me an animal handling check as the unseen servant keeps them in line, so it will be at advantage here, just to kind of keep to kind of rope all these goats and sheep up in an orderly fashion for them to be pulled through the.
I think I'm the best at animal handling.
Definitely not me.
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Fletcher.
At advantage?
Yes,
At
it will
advantage,
be.
yeah. What?
Nice.
20.
Good thing.
Okay. So as the unseen servant herds them like a good goat, like a good sheepdog, Crix is able to take the rope. It takes 2 lengths of the 50-foot hempen rope because you got to loop them around the goats. Kind of, you're able to make basically like a rope harness for each of the goats that connects to the sheep in front of it, that connects to another goat. Basically,
I'm just like one by one whispering to each of them, just like, if you do a good job and get us back to good mead, I promise not to eat you.
I'll give you a side eye every single time you say that.
Yes.
And then
Going with the stick, not the carrot.
as the basically like maybe an hour into the morning, the wagon is hooked up to the goat brigade, sheep brigade, and you guys are head out. The 2 mead barrels, one of them is in Valhana's bag, and
You keep saying that. I'm gonna purify food and drink. I'm just gonna reach into the bag at some point while we walk, and I'm gonna cast that.
okay, great. What is that? What does your casting look like? Because once again, you're not your typical caster. So, what do you do?
Well, I get
It's a
okay.
bottle of
So
bleach.
what?
It's just a bottle of bleach.
A bottle of bleach into it, and it's just
safe to drink.
I'm going to. Okay, tell me how this would work in a bag of holding. Would I be able to keep it in the bag of holding and like reach in, uncap it, and like take a little dropper of shit out?
Yeah.
And not actually like pull it out of the bag of
no,
holding.
you're able to.
Okay.
You're able to reach in. You feel around, find it. You don't even need to like take a dropper of shit out. You can do all that stuff kind of like blind, like you're performing surgery within your bag of holding. Great.
Okay, but I take like my little my tools, which I'm gonna use like a eyedropper type of thing, and I'm gonna take one of the pieces of poison, and then I'm gonna do like some weird mix some random vials, and I'm gonna be like, okay, smell this to whoever's closest to me.
Oh no, I'm not going to do that. I've fallen for that
Smell,
before.
smell this. Smell,
I'll
Smell
smell
this?
it.
smell
Oh, you
it.
fool! What is smell like?
Cora would be the closest, but she'd immediately take off the second.
God damn it, Cora! You know this works. Smell it.
It smells like poisoned mead.
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on. And I'd put like some more drops and shit in it so that it starts smelling like fairy dust and lemongrass or some shit. Okay, smell it now.
I don't know what lemongrass is.
I wish I still could smell things.
Oh no!
Do you feel like you're gonna die if you sniff that, Callus?
No, I just can't smell things anymore.
Everyone
I'm
keep your
old.
distance.
Okay, so you got COVID. Anyone else?
Oh.
He did say he knew he was going
boy.
to die. So
Oh no!
It wasn't the mead that got him, guys. Just to be clear.
After some alchemical
So-
work, Valhana is
Someone
able to
smells it.
and it's you're
I
able to
put the dropper
neutralize
back
it.
in there, and it neutralizes all of the poison.
So the party is geared up, the wagon is ready, and you guys truck it outside. It didn't snow too much overnight. Snow still lines the ground. It's about a couple inches deep right now, and you can see in the distance forest where you guys got to head back to. It will take you about 8 hours throughout the journey. There's some times where the goats get a little bit cold, a little bit slow, but you urge them on. About an hour into your journey, you see 2 cold bumps in the snow.
I whistle innocently.
Doug and Gog. Yeah, just
those are some very big lumps.
It's good it snowed last night.
it's their charred corpses, but they're
Oh
there
shit!
underneath.
Let's keep. Nope. Oop. I can't whistle. Fuck. I'll look the other way.
Deep in the
It's
forest.
I like to imagine
It's the
that just
tusks.
whistle, 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 whistle.
No, you're whatever.
As you guys continue onwards, it does take you the full 8 hours to get back there without incident, making your way through the forest, through these snow-covered trees, and you emerge from the woods, seeing right there in the distance. Take a break. You guys arrive back. Barrels of meat.
Right on.
Ready to return to the town.
I actually forgot what we were doing. we're getting the meat to bring it back to town.
I just got kind of caught up in the moment of.
Just very
Sheep.
right now.
Goats
Alright.
and metal shards. That's where my mind is.
Take a 10-minute break and we'll be right back.
Sounds good.
Mhm.
Alright, 10 minutes. We'll be back. Everybody hang around. More Rime and the Frostmaiden after. Okie dokie. Let's jump back into it.
Royalty.
Royalty.
The crown, you say?
The crown. Yeah. Just talking
The
about shows.
crown.
Yeah.
The crown, you say?
Yeah.
Not leg crown.
The crown. Yeah. This season 4 is definitely much darker. Not darker. That's not the right word. More.
Dark.
Or dark.
No, not dark. Fuck.
Oh yeah,
Critical.
speaking
It's
of
much more,
dark
it's much more
and
a critical look at the royal family.
yeah, speaking of dark and bleach, we mentioned a while ago. In basic training, someone wanted to kill themselves, so they drank bleach.
Oh Jesus!
Wow,
It's
cool.
pretty funny.
Neat.
Wow,
Jesus.
well,
he
that
didn't
was
kill
both.
himself.
He just threw up a lot
wussed
probably
out.
and had to go to the hospital to get his stomach pumped.
I am
Yeah.
sure that bleach did not do nothing to his esophagus. God,
I'm
damn.
sure he got jacked up, but
Ugh.
Don't
That's
do that,
awful.
kids. It's bad.
Yeah,
the best
drinking
part
bleach is
about
bad, okay?
trying to commit suicide in basic training is that it keeps you there longer.
Oh,
Wow.
Jesus. So basically, basic training's hell is what I'm hearing.
And then there was another guy who paid another guy to play golf with a sledgehammer with his foot.
Oh,
Ah.
does that actually happen where people do that stuff, like
Yeah.
to get out of things?
I mean, I'm sure a
Absolutely.
lot of people sign up for basic and do not
Yeah.
realize what it will
What it
entail.
means.
It's definitely getting easier now because drill sergeants can't hit you and they can't say as bad of things anymore. But it's still like it's usually a culture shock because it's usually 18-year-old kids who have never been away from mommy and daddy. You know.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, definitely.
Still
Just-
very
that's-
much in their formative years.
yeah, so there's definitely some bad stuff. But now that drill sergeants don't hit people, or at least they make sure to, they don't get caught. They that definitely tapers it off. But
Military stories with CW3. Funny.
back in my day, people
you
used to
did
kill
change your
themselves
name
all
to-
the time.
Did change your name to No Fun Allowed. Makes sense now.
Yep.
All right. Is everybody
Yep.
back? Who are we missing?
I haven't heard G-Stro yet.
And
They're all,
Is Mr.
they're
Porkins
all
here?
muted.
Therapy's here.
I see you.
No, Destroy and Porkins are not here. But we will.
What the frick?
Oh my.
Forgot that. Well, but yeah, it's funny that like now the bag of holding is basically full. I love that. But I mean, it's gonna be empty. But it's super funny that that's.
Full to the brim.
It's
Oh yeah, I filled
perfect.
that shit up.
So we are returning all their sheep, unshorn goats and sheep, and their mead. So I'm hoping we're going to be
They're gonna
rewarded
have cotton for
thusly.
days.
Oh, we've had a pet bear too. What are you guys thinking?
Oh shit, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Where's
I
where's
like
my
how you're on
iron
board
Pokeball?
now.
Well, I can't say that in character. I'm stupid. I got a 6 intelligence. Okay.
Yup.
Yeah, you're really senile. Kalis is like.
That wait, you're
really senile.
6? Damn.
I have
That's
6
like
in B.
that's like 50% smarter
Look
than
at
you.
this shit.
That's
minus 2.
amazing. Which is actually funny. That's actually not like an idiot. He's just slightly under average intelligence. He just has no way to communicate with other people at all. He just stares at people.
I kind of need to do the same thing because I'm like coming off of playing a bard, but I have 7 charisma, and I'm like, I like try to keep remembering. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not a talkie boy. I'm like, meh.
Yeah,
I mean,
got-
you can't be talky, just like a cringe talky, right?
Or just
Oh, you
very,
know-
or just very
You know
like
what
no
low charisma
emotion.
is? Low charisma is an incel. Easy.
Just
One way to
you
play
just
it.
always say the
Yeah, I
wrong
could
thing.
totally be neckbeard spear boy.
All right.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to play low charisma. That was, I think, honestly, that makes it a really fun roleplay stat to have low.
Yeah, I think the int score or like the mental scores are really fun to have low.
Yeah.
because there's so many ways to play it.
What, I
Exactly.
just want all low stats. I want everything to be shit.
Hey, you should roll like I did.
All right.
All
so,
those stats and then 20 con.
as you guys, as we
No,
get back into
no,
it,
no.
just literally chungus.
Comatose brick.
So as you guys make your way back, actually,
Jack
what
Ralph with them.
Valhana, you're gonna be creating a little companion. I would assume that would probably happen over that 8-hour journey, whether you're walking along or like as you're sitting in the back of the wagon or something like that.
Yeah. Yep.
You.
That's it.
Well, what do you create it out of? Like you're creating a homunculus servant.
That's kind of disturbing. Just the name.
No.
Well, it's with an artificer, it's pretty interesting. It's basically like it's a random object that gets infused and becomes the heart of this little creature, and then basically, bits and pieces and bobs of stuff form around it to create a knack, if you would. Just like it can be like a little teapot creature.
It was what my vial was in the last one.
Oh, right. I just think of homunculus. I think of like weird little blood golems, but that's a different take on it.
I think what I'm gonna have it be is like a tiny little what the fuck am I thinking of? You know it. Zelda.
A
The little
Korra?
fairy
Oh,
little
Navi.
fairy things that
Oh,
follow
Navi.
Link around.
Hey, listen.
They're literally just called fairies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want it to be one of those. So it's got like this glowy little center, but then it's got these like funky little wings, and it's just kind of this like globe,
Oh shit.
globulous.
Those are
like,
examples of
Rocket tea
homunculus.
kettle.
Yeah, you could. Those are examples of homunculus, artificer homunculus servants.
Dude, that
Fat
tea
cat.
kettle kind of reminds me of Boldy in Hades.
Yeah.
Oh, big boldy energy there. Good
Oh,
time. Boldy.
this is
Yeah,
another.
my-
No, I
this
gotta
is
play Hades
another-
again. Oh my God,
Another
so-
example of a artificer with a homunculus servant. So they're just like little kind of like robotic scrap creatures.
Yeah.
Junkyard
But mine
friends.
is little like glass bobble thing with like tiny little metallic wings.
Okay,
You
so
should
it's
try and
basically
put
like
it in
a
a snowball
snitch.
and throw it at someone.
It's kind of like a snitch, but it's not gold. It's like glass, not gold.
Do I watch? Can I see you as you put this together on our trip, or is this like something you do? Like it's just poof, you have it go.
No, it's a process.
It's a
Okay.
process.
I'm gonna
you
do
can
my
probably see
best to. Yeah, I'm gonna obviously be staring at you, but I'm gonna pretend, or I think I'm not. I'm being very subtle. Yeah, no, I'm watching you for sure.
All right, so that gets.
I'm just
created
very
on
focused, and I just don't care. I think you're admiring it the same way I am.
You.
Conversely, Korra uses Valhalla as a pillow for 90% of the journey.
You have a skinny ass pillow. It's like this Galadrin elf that's like really tall and tiny.
and Kolra
What are you talking about?
getting woken
The-
up every
the-
once in a while by the sound of like weird tinkering noises, and then eventually the incessant, almost mosquito-like buzz of her new homunculus servant. As it's like,
How long till somebody baseballs that shit out of the air?
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm thinking one of us needs to put it in a snowball.
Can you guys repeat that? Because I couldn't. I was trying to pay
How
attention.
long
to
until somebody
Leon, and then
baseballs that shit out of the air?
Yep.
so we get a
I
shot
mean, I
back.
wouldn't be mad at it.
I just imagine the thing starts flying around and everybody's just like eyes follow it, and then they all just settle on Valhana. Just like give her a glare.
You guys like it?
The fuck is that?
No.
It's loud.
Very strange.
It's
What
a
to
friend.
do?
It's like a little companion. It's a friend. You guys didn't want a bear.
This is definitely safer.
I
than
thought
a
a
bear.
bear would be
cool.
I was impartial on the bear.
I tried.
I'm
The
okay.
bear
with
would
it,
have been nice and warm to cuddle with.
but I feel this is a lot safer than a bear.
This will be warm to cuddle with.
Probably. No.
I could add like heating features to it.
Wait.
Now
We
that's,
could work
I like
that
that
way.
a lot more.
Hold on. Tell me more about this.
Yeah, Hirokin definitely. You watch as Hirokin's tail starts to flick back and forth as it watches this thing
And
flying
You
around.
give it laser pointer eyes. Not laser eyes, but laser pointer eyes.
we watch them dilate to the size of saucers, just like, what is that?
Cool.
Should just name my character Tuco, honestly.
Yeah. Oh my god. Fucking
Most
Tuco.
powerful character.
Handles power.
That cat. That's the cat, by the way. That's Hirokin's eyes. What?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so we get a shot of there's a guard at the border of the forest. Just the typical town guard here in Goodmead. He's sitting back, leaning against a tree, smoking something, like bundled up against the cold. You can see his breath. Just looks out in the distance, and he hears something. And then suddenly out of the bushes, out of the fucking forest, a tree gets knocked over, basically, as like a sapling just gets barreled over, as out of the forest, leading, what would they be? It would be, a cart driven by, or pulled by, 12 sheep and goats combined, with one of the sheep sitting in the cart, like tongue out, fur blowing in the wind, its eyes finally being able to see, as the group arrives back into Goodmead. The guard immediately stands up, like waves at you guys, takes a horn out from his pouch, and it doesn't sound like an alarm horn. Like he plays it in the right fashion to be like an announcement type of horn, or like an alert, or like a everybody come type of thing. And you guys you have your goat pod racing wagon, the goat cart 64 arrives in the center of Goodmead.
Sorry.
And the townsfolk all gather around you. You see Olivessa, who was the Cholton woman, who was one of the two who were going to be the next town speaker, as well as the dwarf who is her rival. They're in the crowd as well, and you can see everybody kind of like swarming around the cart. Some of you guys walking, some of you in the cart itself, and you hear multiple people piping up and yelling like, "Did you get it? You guys came back! We thought the Veerbig ate you! We thought you'd be back last night, but you came back. Oh. Did you find the mead? What happened? Tell us everything!" You know, there's people
Guys,
like jumping up and
guys.
down.
Guys, please, we had a really tough night, and we weren't able to get all of the soup.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
We got two.
We
out
got
of-
your shit.
Here you
We've
go.
got 2 out of 3 barrels.
Did I fool
Unfortunately,
you? Did I fool you?
Also, we found these goats.
Yeah, these goats are great.
They're very fuzzy.
All the
This one- this
villagers
one's
like look around at the goats. What? Why did you bring? I guess this is nice. We could use them for fur, for cold weather gear. But these aren't our goats.
Wait, what? The Veerbig, he said that. Wait, did he even mention the goats? Shit.
Well, they would have died there if we left them, so I have no issue bringing them here.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. He had these
We'll make good
goats.
use of them. No, we're not to say we're not grateful. This is amazing. Valhalla, do you just like turn the bag of holding upside down and just plonk the 2 casks out?
When we put them in there, are they sturdy enough for that?
Yeah, they're like sturdy wooden casks. I mean, the other thing too is like you're not
Great.
gonna like you won't like turn them out, 5 feet above the ground. You can literally just like turn your bag upside down on the ground and just be like whoop, and just like do a
Yeah, and then
magic
I've got
trick.
some little trinkets that like fall out. Oh, sorry, that's
Yeah, so you pull the bag up and over the thing, and both mead barrels, the 2 mead barrels that were intact, kind of just whoop, appear on top of each other, standing about 4 feet high, stacked up, and then you hear the punk 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 as trinkets, bits and pieces, a button, some tools like fall out as
It's
well.
just two casks of meat and like 50 dildos.
Do not mind what is behind. Do not look behind the curtain.
But yeah, as you guys arrive there, you see the dwarf Shandar kind of like looking at you guys, giving you a nod, like a satisfactory nod. And Olivessa, she gives you guys a thumbs up as well. They look to you guys and they just say, "Well, the a promise is a promise. 10 days of lodging and drink for you all. You're heroes for us. I mean, these casks
right,
will be
Babs.
sent right away, probably tomorrow, to supplement the order along the east way to make its way there. To what town would it be? Probably East Haven. What's the town?
That makes sense. If it's to the east.
I believe it.
It says to the east.
No, there's actually.
I actually totally forgot what we agreed to.
Let me
with
double
those
check.
guys.
Oh yeah, East Haven. These will be shipped off to East Haven in the morning with the shipment. And they look at you, and by this time, I mean, you guys left in the morning. Took you a little bit longer to get everything ready and going. It's late afternoon at this point, and they kind of all look to you and say, you did exactly what we did. And wait, what about the Verbigs? You got the casks back, but what about the Verbig himself? That beast.
Oh, it turns out that he did not wish to live.
They look at you as you say that, and their eye, like the multiple townsfolk gasp, and the mouths go agape. You killed the Verbig?
I did not say that.
We killed both the Verbigs and the
There
ogre.
were two
All I said was
Verbigs?
they did,
And an ogre.
and a bear.
And a
There was a large
Somebody
bear.
in the crowd, some woman in the crowd faints. An ogre? Just falls into the
No,
snow.
do not worry, woman. We
My
saved
face,
the
like the
bear.
more
We
that
did
you're
not bring
talking.
the bear back with us.
No, the bear
Yes.
is safe. Do not worry.
She
Fair
gets
townsfolk.
up. Bear! And faints again. There's a moment of
yeah.
silence though. There's a moment of silence. Yeah. There's a moment of silence as you kind of all are like waiting, and then there's a resounding cheer goes up, and you guys get picked up, lifted up onto the backs, onto the shoulders of people, and people are just like, "You're heroes! You killed the Verbig. They're never gonna bother us again. They were constantly trying to steal the mead and all kinds of caravans and all of the different trade between the 10 towns. I can't even believe it. We thought you'd just get the casks back, but and they're just, it's all of a sudden it's just a fucking party. You guys, they did not even expect you guys to kill the Verbigs.
Oh, I guess we are heroes. Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Also, I love that nobody questions that we're just like, yeah, we killed 2 of them and an ogre.
I mean, they're all
course we
looking
did.
at you like mouths agape, like you're fucking like seeing you as almost just like
I mean, it makes sense. We come back 2 days or a day and a half later with the missing kegs
And the cart and all of their goats.
Yeah, like there's something clearly happened.
like how you keep saying all of their goats.
Not their ghosts.
They're not their
That's
goats.
Like,
actually-
correction.
I'm there
That's-
being the Verbigs goats.
Yeah,
they're-
which is
they're-
curious. Now we got to figure out where they actually came from. That may be.
Well, you did hear,
Well.
like I would say, you would know that that Doug the Verabig mentioned that the goats, he had stolen the goats over time from
Yeah.
multiple, like he collected goats and sheep.
from around the 10
Oh no,
towns area.
well yeah, from any caravan or any kind of like,
Oh, yeah, that's true because he also murdered the caravans. As
Yes.
you said, that's where we got
and
the
he would
pepper
keep the
from,
goats.
so.
Oh yeah, we probably would have brought salt and pepper back too.
You did
Forgot
not.
about that. No, we forgot
That's
about
still
it.
there. You
Fine.
definitely did not bring that
But we
back.
also determined it was not that much value anyway. So
Okay.
Salt and pepper is just
What?
salt and pepper. All right, so you guys, as they all kind of lift you onto their shoulders, they start carrying you towards the mead hall.
Cora instantly gets out of the group.
Like tries to ask them to put you down.
Clicks the leave party button.
Yeah.
huh, our group is strong. Enemies grow weaker.
Okay,
She
where do you
alt
go?
F4s out of all of this.
Do you make your way off somewhere? Where do you go?
She kind of, whoever was quote unquote in charge of the group, goes, "You have a B-list lodging?"
D-list lodging? What do you mean?
B-list.
B-list?
Oh, it should be Liss. It's like, yeah, there's bees everywhere.
That's true.
That
Remember
is,
this-
yeah,
this
that
is-
is valid. Yeah.
This is the town of the 5B.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did you say B-less or B-list?
Could you spell it?
Like
I just
B level
Oh,
or
literally
no
B
less.
less.
Quinn Stan's
without
Bees Hotel.
Oh, hey.
Hey, in this town, they're one and the same. The best lodging is with the bees.
True.
Sorry, now I'm
Be
just thinking
last.
of Arrested
To be
Development.
fair, that A-list lodging is
I'm going
with
into
the bees.
the beads business. Bees? Oh, good lord. Somebody looks to you, Cholera, and they say, we have some lodging, yes, that does not have the bees in the rafters, but do you not want to join? There's going to be a party tonight. All of the mead will flow and the drinks will be had. You look like you'd want a drink, don't you?
I'd rather burn down the lodge than be in there with those.
Okay. Yeah. There's some lodging across the street. Just don't worry. The person calls somebody over and just like, Hogren, do you mind if Kolra, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind if Kolra stays in your in the upstairs, the extra room that you have there? And Hogren looks and goes, yeah, that's fine. More than welcome. You local heroes and whatnot.
With a thumbs up, she just heads to the house.
All right. The rest of the party, do you all join the throng of people that are heading into the mead hall for a celebration?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Okay. So, entering the mead hall, celebration with multiple people, patting you guys on the back, giving you all thumbs up and all that shit. The mead starts to flow. You guys are all offered mead. You guys look around, you can see Olivessa and the Mr. Dwarven guy Shandar. They're drinking as well. But what was the Crix? What was your passive perception?
16.
All right, cool. You definitely can see Shandar, though he is raising his glass of mead to you all, he is keeping an eye on you. A wary eye.
Mm-hmm.
Olivessa is with you guys, just partying, and she gets cozy next to Hrokin, and she looks up at you, your big cat eyes. She just says, "See, you know what I said? You all would be perfect candidates to be, one of you at least, to be the next speaker, right? No, it doesn't have to be me. Why me? No, not me. One of you guys. Everybody loves you. You're local heroes, and you guys can shoulder that responsibility, right?"
I'm shit with words.
Another another flagon of mead gets put into your hand, Hirokin.
Hirokin just kind of take a look at it and be like, yes. Anyway, well, here's the thing. So, being speaker sounds like it's something that people who really know the local customs and traditions should do. We just kind of,
We kill
Drinks.
things.
just kind of killed things because, we're a bit of killers, really, more than politicians. Also, could you please pet my belly one time? 2 times. And no more.
Also, trying to make those go away.
I'll tell you what we could do, though. We could campaign on your behalf and endorse you.
It's just so much responsibility. I don't even know if I would be... She looks nervously around. I know what's in this town. It's got the Cholton heritage in it, but it's just... I don't know, it's too much. I don't think I'd be good at it.
Well, it
Just tell
sounds
them
like
that.
the dead person who's holding the position wouldn't be good at it either. So, you can't do worse than dead person.
He was a great town speaker, and I mean, you're the ones who slayed the Verbigs.
That doesn't mean we're good at speaking.
Yeah, we're not good at speaking, and
Fine.
definitely not good at budgeting
Well,
and
think it-
administrating.
think
and
it
over.
holding-
Think
I
it over.
cannot balance a checkbook.
While this conversation's happening, Thad is just off to the side a little bit, speaking to 2 or 3 other people from the town who are listening to him, and he's going, "All right, so remember, paladins don't actually have any powers. All right? And do not trust them. And he's just like going off on these like some tangents and like getting like weird looks from people, but he's trying to continue his like, no, you have to understand how I've seen these things. Completely detached from the entire conversation going on over here. Mm-hmm. As a exclamation point to the pack that we don't speak good.
Got it. Well, the party continues on here in the mead hall, and
I would try to persuade that we would be willing to advocate and campaign on her behalf.
Yeah, cool. Give me a persuasion check.
I'll take this one.
I'll use my inspiration because I'm not good at this.
Well, there you go. A 20. Very nice. She looks up at you, takes a swig from her honey mead, says, well, maybe if you back me, I'll have the confidence for it. Yeah, okay. Well, let's continue on. We can party through the night, and tomorrow we'll think about more politics and stuff and town speaker bullshit. But tonight we celebrate having the mead back and the Verbigs being rid of the Verbigs, and I guess having a bunch of new goats and sheep.
We should keep like at least one of those, right? Bring it with us.
I look over back to you guys. Can we get along?
Yeah, I'm down for long.
Oh,
Or
also
Bobo.
very softly. Oh, damn, I like them all. Shit. Wait, hold on. I'm not done talking to you. And I turn back to the other people.
All right. Kolra, you are around. You see, you're up in the thing. Well, right now, what you see on the map is you're in a fucking dirt chamber. But out the window, you see 8 figures bundled up in the cold, starting to approach the mead hall. Nobody's out in the street. Everybody's in the mead hall partying it up with the rest of your companions. These 8 figures all make their way kind of along the street. And they all pause outside the mead hall, and group up and talk amongst each other. You haven't seen them they weren't in the crowd earlier. They all kind of hang out outside, seemingly like they're waiting.
Is their clothing like similar to the clothing in town?
No, it's not. It's similar in the fact that they're wearing cold weather gear, but there's something that is definitely like... Each town of 10 towns has its specific kind of... this place has that Chultan vibe, right? So, the clothes have some sort of dinosaur embroidery on it, or some kind of like a little bit of flair to it, whether it be some like colorful thread, feathers, colorful leathers on it. These guys
Everybody's
are all...
wearing dinosaur onesies.
Yes, exactly. These guys are all wearing dark cold weather gear. Hoods pulled up against their faces. You do notice that they are all armed. Heavy crossbows on their backs and maces on their sides.
Is this a red wedding? Is that what's going on here?
Yup. Actually, yeah. Where
Is-
these guys? We don't. Never mind. Sorry.
None of you guys...
Is Cora the old one at the house?
Yes.
She probably head downstairs just to get like a view from a window down there.
Yeah, I'll just put you out here so you can see what you see.
Okay.
So these guys, these folks are all milling about. They're seemingly just like... You can tell that they're kind of hanging back, like talking amongst each other, but they're all very obviously looking at the entrance to the mead hall. Are you being stealthy, looking out the window? What are you trying to do?
I mean, yeah, she's not trying to be super obvious.
Okay, give me a quick stealth check. At advantage. These guys don't see where you are. Wowzers. Okay.
Quality.
One of them looks back the way you are, or to the direction where you're like peeking out the window. He looks away
Noticing
again.
that she's been seen, she smiles and lifts a hand and does like a small wave.
He looks your way. He walks over and he just whispers, Stay inside. It'll all be over quick. Don't worry about it.
Oh. Hearing that, she'd like, you know, I kind of wanted to burn the place down anyway. The bees and all that. Is that kind of what you're doing?
Turns back, looks at you. What? Wait. Wait, are you here with Shanda too?
It's so caught off guard. Well, I don't really know why I should be telling you this.
Right.
I have my own reasons for being here.
Okay. Well, don't worry, young lady. Just, stay inside. And as I said, won't be much time. It'll be over in a jiffy. Don't worry. Have a good evening.
With a loud sigh, she like talks in her head. He goes, "All right, what's your opinion?"
On what?
She says that in her head.
Oh, in her. Sorry. Oh, she says it in her head. The voice in your head comes through.
Well, these ruffians look like they're up for a good time. They've been pretty nice to you. Why don't you just see what happens? We'll have some fun.
She speaks up, goes, I mean, why don't I just join you?
The individual who was talking to you looks back and says, "Well, wait. So, did you say whether or not Shanda told you to come? I mean, if Nerth hired you as well, then yeah, you can join us." No, all the other ones, the 7 other ones are like, yeah, it's just a bit of fun. Won't be long. Good job.
She like over exaggeratingly shrugs and goes, "Would I be offering to help if I wasn't?"
All right, yeah, no worries. Wait, sorry, just a bit of a formality. You got the tattoo? Or are you, oh, sorry, and you noticed that this guy he pulled up the sleeve of his cold weather gear, and you see on his forearm there's a tattoo of a flying snake.
Fucker!
No.
No.
Everyone's bar is dead. I just don't know it yet.
Colora,
Game over, man.
give me a, damn, it'll
Dude,
just
battle
be
of
an
the century: bees versus flying snakes.
It'll be an intelligence. Just an intelligence check. Sorry, let's do a history. I don't know if that'll be any better.
No.
It is better.
By 1.
By 1.
That's a neat. It's a neat tattoo.
Yeah. She doesn't react, and then she kind of like looks to that, and then looks to the others like expectantly.
Oh, if you're an independent contractor, that's fine too. It doesn't matter. We're all hired to do the same job. It's fine. All right, join us up. We're just waiting for the signal.
And the signal is obviously I need to know to be ready.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Beer out the window.
Right.
Okay. So inside the mead hall,
I
Thad,
close all the windows.
Thad, where you are right now, you're having an intense conversation with the individuals.
I'm trying to
there.
convince him right now that Baldur's Gate is in fact named after an interdimensional gate underneath the city.
Yeah, okay. So you have some of their attention. These guys are all rough looking, and they all are also kind of... You notice that you are actually right next to none other than your boy Shandar.
Oh, all right.
Dwarf lumberjack. And you look around, and these all are all his crew around him are also all lumberjack folk too. They all have that kind of calloused hands.
He's a lumberjack and he's okay. Yep.
And as you're talking, everybody's kind of like semi paying attention to you.
I'm used to it.
Then, but Shandar is 100% ignoring you.
Ah, yeah, I'm used to that too. I guess actually maybe would I even notice this? Like what is?
You can give me just a. I would say you're orating, right? Like you're trying to.
Yeah,
like,
I'm so into it.
I think you would totally. Well, here's the thing. Give me a perception check as you're doing this.
Yeah, because I want to see how people are. Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, and it's very obvious. Like the folks around you are all kind of like their heads are cocked, either like listening to you, either with looks of kind of like incredulous looks on their face as they sip their honey mead, just like yeah, crazy guy, or they got the look on the like a couple of them you got hooked, line and sinker, like they're next on your podcast. Excuse me. They're subbing to your podcast immediately, and but. Very obviously, Shandar Froth, the dwarf who you recognize from previous interactions, he is not looking at you. And he kind of, looks up, looks back at you, kind of hears you talking, giving your weird stuff, and there's a loud kind of scraping sound as he stands up and pushes his chair back. Oh, grabs his honey mead, starts stepping away from the table.
Wait, what was your Shandar, right? Hold on, because he's explicitly ignoring me. I'm gonna try to walk up behind him. He's like, well, "Did you not like what I had to say about the rich folk back down in Waterdeep? Because I didn't mean to offend."
Oh, what was your name again, my half-orc friend?
Thad.
Oh, well, Thad. Sorry, I just, I got a lot on my mind now, with the elections coming up and the possibility of, me possibly taking the role of speaker for Good Mead, and sorry, I just don't have time for any of your crazy cockamamie stories and whatnot. You're more than welcome to continue talking to my co-workers here, the other lumberjacks. But he raises his mead glass to you, or his mead horn. But I have other matters to attend to, my good conspiracy friend.
This is not the first time I've been turned away, but you will be sad if you do not listen to the wisdom I have to partake. That is fine.
All right.
Very well.
Continue
onwards.
onwards.
I turn around, like as I'm turning away. Do you think this election that you are in has been rigged in any way? Too real.
He looks at you. Give me an insight check.
Okay. I think I actually, I'm okay at these ones. Yeah, 12.
Now you
Looks
just
at
asked
you.
a whole bunch of Proud Boys to freaking show up for this shit.
And I have no awareness to understand what I'm asking, so it's perfect.
All right, so he will. But deception is charisma, right? Yeah. You and he just says,
Oh, nothing fishy.
lying through his teeth, Thad.
Okay, so now I'm gonna think in conspiracy brain, if he's lying to me about it being rigged, then my first assumption would be that he's rigged it. I just say, okay.
You watch as he steps away from the table, slowly walks over and goes over to a window, leans up against it all casual like.
Yeah, watching him.
And then over his shoulder, he just throws his mug out the window.
Oh shit, that can't be good. Okay, and I'm gonna walk over to who's called Demivant. Tap my shoulder. Hey, Demivant, we got an issue. I'll keep going. I'm sorry.
Is this
I'll
a real
collect them.
issue or one of your crackpot
no.
theories?
Yes. Both.
Cora, outside, you guys see you watch as a window slightly opens up. light streaming from within it, and then out of it is yoked a mug of honey mead, and it hits the snow, staining it a nice golden yellow. the folks outside laugh to themselves. Oh, yeah, hello snow. All right, boys, that's the signal. You're coming along. Weird.
Before that, she'd try to like fish out more information.
Okay.
She's just trying to act casual. It's like, so I'm assuming we have more of a general goal, or less of a general goal than you're letting on. So who are we here to target?
Give me they're looking around. Give me a just a general charisma check. Charisma ability check. Oh, call this actually performance.
Okay.
I'm turned fine.
Dude, so good.
Oh my god, no, I'm
Yeah,
sorry, Cora.
already.
This is the like you're just like casually trying to pretend you're a baddie, you're like street thug sense is just like
You're asking, are we the baddies?
Yeah, no, you're just totally out of place. These dudes who are like they're packing heavy crossbows. They got, mace with weapons with there's definitely blood on some of the weapons, and you're just like, Cora has just gangstas. You just rolled up to you just literally are rolled up to a gang event, and they're just like, oh hey, what's up? Yeah, alright, cool. But so
Hello, my
Cora,
fellow youths.
yeah, these dudes outside, they don't act like it's kind of interesting. You can tell that they are hardened criminals. Yet there's an air about them as they kind of talk to you. They're just they look at you and oh, you know the target. It's just simple. It's just an in and out job. Nothing bad. You can easily get the air about them that they're this is far too casual. There's something off. Something weird here.
So, failing to look all tough and bad, she goes, look, I'll be honest with you. A rough and tumble straight assault isn't my, let's say, forte. If,
I was gonna say, I'm sorry, I just didn't want to be rude and whatnot, but it's just, look at us. Me and the boys, we're a little bit, we got that experience, and, we were gonna let you join us. It's not gonna be too dangerous. It's just, sorry. What were you gonna say? What were you gonna suggest?
it's more, my practice is, let's say, a more stealthy approach. So, you do your chaos. You make your big thing. Just let me handle the target.
Come on. With
I don't
that,
even know.
No, I can tell this is your first run. This isn't that bad. Come on, it's gonna be easy. Let's go. Oh. And then at that point, the mug gets thrown out the window. He puts an arm around you, Cora, and he's just like, let's go! It's game time! And he tries to, they just run headlong into the mead hall. Do you try to resist getting pulled along?
She's gonna try to keep their trust as long as possible.
Okay. So he just puts an arm around your shoulder. He's just like, this is gonna be fun. And they run into the mead hall. The door in the mead hall, suddenly, all of you guys in there.
It's probably right as
Jazz
trying to
music
get
stops.
attention. Yeah.
As the doors get kicked down. And then suddenly, these individuals come storming into the hall. One of them with Cora with the arm around Cora's shoulders, pulling her in as well. They all stand there in a circle. They all take out heavy crossbows. All right, this is a fucking stick-up. We're here for all the maid. There's a moment of silence as there's screams, gasps from the crowd. In the background, the music players still continue their music. They're excited. This is dope. Just pack up all the main cast. Pack up all the main cast and put them in
the time it takes them to say that, I'm gonna cast Fog Cloud, which I've rebranded as Smoke Cloud, right in the middle of them.
Okay. Oh, fuck!
Cora has a look of, I am way over my head. Please, somebody help me.
Yep.
I'm
watching
sorry.
Shandar Froth
Attention.
immediately stands up on top of the table. And you watch as he goes, "Alright, boys. We don't here in Goodmead take kindly to ruffians who come and break into this mead hall, do we?" And all the lumberjacks who are speaking and talking to Thad all like look up. Yeah. No way. You ain't gonna do nothing to us. And Shandar looks up and goes, "All right. This is your final warning. You don't get to fuck around here with the lumberjack chopping boys and gals of Goodmead. I'm the true leader here, and you're going to get the fuck out."
While he's talking, I think I would give up my attempt to try to get his attention. I will start walking over to him. Let me know if he stops me before I get to this point.
He has his full attention. You can watch as he is putting on, like he is puffing his chest out. He takes out like a lumberjack's axe, and he's menacingly pointing it at the group. Cora, the group, all of a sudden, there's all there, and this all happens simultaneously. Cora, the guy who has his arm around your shoulder, lets go, puts his hands in the air, and goes, "Oh no! It's Shandar the Fierce! What are we going to fucking do? I didn't know he was here in the mead hall."
So all of this is going on while the smoke is
and then that's when suddenly the smoke suddenly just appears all over this group, and they're like, and then Cora immediately you just hear, "What was that? That's not fucking part of the plan! Oh shit! Whoa!"
And then I think Thad is gonna sucker punch Shandar from behind.
Okay, give me an attack.
Trying to knock him down.
With all this,
Yeah.
Taylor just goes, "Are you fucking kidding? Are you serious?"
I love this kid.
I'm definitely imagining Thad behind him with like a chair up over his head.
yeah, absolutely.
A bar stool.
Ka-tunk.
Okay, give me an attack.
To
Give
be
me an
fair,
attack, my dude.
I'm pretty sure a bar steel's a monk weapon, so let's do that. 21.
Okay, absolutely hits him.
And I'd be yelling as I swing though, I would just yell like, "He is lying."
Give me the damage.
Oh yeah.
He's
Solid
knocked
4.
out cold. You watch as he stands there. Okay, so there's just this moment where he said his speech. The fucking guys who burst in with Cora all are like, "Oh no!" And then suddenly a giant puff of smoke covers them, and there's just like mass confusion. The rest of you watch as Shandar's eyes go wide. And he's just like, "What the?" And then, just a fucking Thad just running punches him in the back of the head, and he just falls face first down onto the table. Immediately there's as all the lumberjacks around you like take out their fucking axes, kind of surround you, Thad.
He was lying. He planned this whole thing.
Okay, so
Oh no.
let's roll initiative really quick.
X gonna give it to ya.
That is reconsidering his options. Whoops. Oh no.
No, but so Thad, I'll say like these, as far as you know, like these dudes all look like just fucking townsfolk.
Yeah.
There's a reason
that's
why
I'm
your
not-
4 bludgeoning damage knocked him out.
I'm not particularly worried about them hitting me or taking me down. It's more of a like, come on, guys, you just heard me tell you what he did kind of thing. Because again, part of being a conspiracy theorist monk is I assume everyone makes the same assumptions I do.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yep. Which is why I make a very great communicator.
All right. I don't want massive spider web. I want smoke. Where's smoke?
That's definitely less creepy.
Whirlwind. Yeah, that makes sense. That's fine. How big is the smoke cloud?
20-foot radius.
Holy Jesus!
Oh, that's big.
Bro.
Also, this music definitely makes it feel like this is just a Witcher 3 bar brawl. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is canonically playing for sure.
Yeah.
That's good enough. I think that's fine.
Candy
I know
lions
it's
in the
probably a
corner
little bit bigger
somewhere.
than that, but there's a... All right. It basically covers them. Okay.
Yeah.
Where is everybody here? We're all good. Give a quick little roll. What do you think? Doink. Okay, cool. All right, Valhalla, you are up first.
Hello.
There you go.
Okay.
Hi.
I'm like, why isn't that working? I truly am just sitting there flabbergasted, and I have no idea what to do. I know that I saw Cora walk in, and I'm like, Cora? And I don't know. I think I'm just so lost as to what is happening.
I can't think of a D&D scene more like the community scene at this point.
Yeah.
I'm going to I think I just want to hold
Well, you do
Can I
know that
hold it?
that area is heavily obscured. The area with the smoke on it that you can see, heavily obscured. And that means everybody inside is blinded, and everybody outside of it cannot see.
yeah, we
within
can't
it.
see anything.
Mhm.
I'm gonna move up like here, but I basically just want to hold. Can I hold a cantrip?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna hold a poison spray. I'm just like grabbing one of my little vials and just like waiting until someone comes out. Just because I have no idea what's gonna happen.
All right, Demovan.
Where is Olivandra in this? I'm going to assume this is a political coup.
Oh, she's literally next to you.
Oh, cool. I'll just take one step forward then, and then spear out, hold action, shield out, to stab anyone that comes out menacingly.
Yeah, Kolra in the fog. What do you do? Or in the smoke?
Before the smoke, Colra's just like, "Are you fucking? This was the whole plan," and then drops into a coughing fit, and just kind of walks straight out, assuming that she'll get out of the smoke.
Yep. So Kolra emerges, sees Valhalla with an uncorked vial ready to spray on somebody, and Demovan spears at the ready. They look like they'd like to attack you, but do you say anything?
Just an instant reaction, like arms up. I have made a mistake. And knowing I'm probably not going to get a good hit, I'm just going to go stand next to Valhalla.
Okay. You actually, nobody attacks you as you leave that area.
I assume that they still thought I was part of them.
Mm-hmm. I would say Demovan looks strangely like confident in your actions. They're like, "Yep, got it."
All right.
She's appreciative that somebody is.
Right. Kalis, what are you gonna do?
I will go ahead and kind of walk up, and I'll say, "Oh, ruffians, screw you!" And I'll go ahead and raise my hand, and
Get off my porch!
and if any of them come within my sight, they're gonna get a face full of pocket poison.
More. Everybody's just gonna get fucking poison
Pocket
sprayed.
sand.
All right. So on the group's turn in the fog, I'm gonna roll a couple things. So there's 8 of them. So it's gonna be. They only know how to move in their cardinal directions. This one emerges.
As
This
soon as he
one
emerges, I
runs into
blast
a
him with the
table.
pocket poison.
This
Pocket sand.
one moves that way. Moves. This one that way moves. Oh, actually, no, they go that way. Boink. They come out over here.
all
One leaves. This one comes out here. Leaves. Okay. The ones who stumble out, they literally are just like, whoa! Okay, so anybody who had held actions, go ahead and do your worst.
Oh.
Oh, this is so funny.
Ah,
Oh, Jesus. Okay, so Dimvan, give me the damage first. I'm assuming it's the one right in front. Jesus Christ.
yep.
Dude, you're the big sticker.
Big stick damage. All right, Constitution saves for this guy. He'll do 2 of them. First one is for Kaelus's. That is a fail or a save on Kaelus's. Second one is a save as well. So he just gets blasted in the face with poison sprays. It's just like God. The other guy comes out, and immediately sees you guys all like armed to the teeth and ready to attack, and just goes, "Oh shit! This is not what we were paid for." And he'll move back and try to. You can see he's trying to like clamber over the table. Hiroken.
It's one of those like try to get out, they keep pulling back in. Glasses get put away. Puff up.
Oh, you made mad.
Jump over the table.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you went to Tuco chaos mode. Oh god.
And then I'm just gonna give this one right in front of me a war picking.
Are you gonna rage or are you gonna pick?
Oh, I'm raging, yes.
All right. So,
Absolutely. And I will do
so,
this recklessly.
So you put away your glasses. Does your rage like change? Does your range change the way you look at all? Or not yet, really, huh?
No, not yet. It's level
Okay,
3
cool.
when like the paths come in. It's right
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just like
So
I just-
angry.
when it happens, now I'm just gonna hit without kind of losing myself to some of the anger of it.
Okay.
You're mad.
Swing away. Are you recklessly attacking?
Is
Okay, that'll it. Okay, 8 damage on that one.
God damn it.
All right, Crix. You see 2. You now start to see more of them. Was your smoke cloud? It is concentration. So you're concentrating on the smoke cloud.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop concentration on the smoke cloud now that they've all exited it. And I'm going to summon a wildfire spirit. That guy.
Oh my god.
Right here, so it hits these 2.
Oh, I know what's getting serious now.
Bring it in. Boink. Look at he's cute. Ready for it? Come on. There it is.
Ah,
Yeah.
the little firebox.
Yeah, so right
Oh no,
here,
he's
so it
crashed.
hits
You must restart.
His name is Mozzarella.
All right. So as he manifests,
They
he
need to make dex saves against my spell save DC, which is 14.
All right, dex saves coming in for them. 16 and 11. The one that Hiroken is facing off against gets burned. How much damage does he take?
2d6, so 7.
Nice. Okay.
And
Oh, it's like a fire sphere. Or fire. Okay.
Well, no, that's when he gets summoned. So it says that
Yeah.
it appears, and as it gets summoned, it goes and flares out, and then
okay.
now it's
Oh, then it acts as like
yes,
okay.
and then it acts
It's
as an
different.
independent thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot of words. I don't read words.
yes. Alright, so
There you go. You have control of it.
no, wait, now on the arrow tool, so yes I do.
Okay, cool.
Perfect.
I'll give it to you afterwards as a thing you can pull in.
Yeah. So
Does it act after you?
yeah, it acts after me, and I have to command it to take another action, so I will command it to attack this guy.
Yep. So you can do it. Go ahead.
Oh, he doesn't actually have to move for that.
Oh,
so-
really? Okay, cool.
Yep,
He's
it's ranged.
So
Yep.
he hawks a fire loogie at him.
Yep, Q, that misses for sure.
It does, unfortunately.
Does it? I don't think. Okay, it should have.
So it was a 6 plus your spell attack modifier. What's that?
Yeah, my spell attack modifier is 4, so probably still doesn't hit.
No. The attack modifier is the full thing.
Is it? That's spell attack bonus, isn't it?
That's the same thing.
Okay.
I looked this up
Then it's
previously for
then it's a
artificial
12.
stuff. And then it hits. Get damage. You can fix
Nice.
that. We'll fix it in post.
Yeah. We'll fix it.
Yeah.
So
5
plus
2. 7. Nice. Burns his
And
ass.
then-
Ow! He yells. Okay, Thad.
So the guys around me, the ones who I was talking to, they're all looking pretty aggressive to me at the moment. Because I may have just decked their leader in the back of the head.
They are looking aggressive, but then you watch as the rest of your party starts to go to town on these dudes. They all immediately they immediately are like looking less threatening. They're
Okay.
quaking in their
Gotcha.
boots.
Can I use, I don't know if this would be an action, a bonus action, or free action, but I just want to look at them. It's like, this isn't your fight, back off.
Free action to just talk to them, sure.
Yeah.
Unless you're actually wanting to do like a intimidation check, then it would be a bonus action in my mind.
I really don't because my intimidation is awful. So I just want to tell them to back off.
Okay.
Cool. I don't know if it'll work. And then in that case, what I'll do is, if that makes sense, I'll turn back, jump on the table here, and I'll take a flying face punch at this guy that hurt.
All right, you'll take 3 attacks of opportunity because you did
So
not.
they are
decide-
gonna-
Yes, they are.
Okay.
They're still,
They're still
doing
mad.
their thing.
Yeah.
They'll be at disadvantage though. So
Oh, that's fine. And I will.
1,
I will,
a 4, 2, a 4, 3, a 4.
I think as I jump up on the table, they'll miss. I look back at them. I will remember this, and then I'll go back to punch this guy in the face.
The one right here.
Actually, I'll break up the quarterstaff. Yeah, so the guy in front of me right here.
Yeah, go ahead.
This one to the left. So I'll start with the quarterstaff. 22 to hit
Bruh, yeah.
for 5.
Okay. Bonus
I
action
can
to do
yes,
some
I'll use
kung
my
fu.
one of my key points. I can do a thing now. We're gonna flurry of blows because I'm a monk, and that means I can do 2. But can I do this between 2 different characters? Oh, I have to make the decision beforehand. Though, right?
Yes, you have to make it beforehand. I'll say that.
I want to try again. Everything I'm doing is non-lethal, so I'll try to knock
Yep.
this guy down right here. So
So
it'll
2
be
more
2
attacks.
unarmed. So 13,
Both
22.
hit.
All right, so that's a 5 and a 3.
Okay, he still stands. Barely.
Oh,
Woozy.
all right.
Fucking.
And at this
Crazy
point,
shit.
this is where Thad is actually looking like he's kind of starting like hunched over, arms out to the side, flexing, looking like an enraged, like a very irately mad orc. Which I don't think anyone else in our group would have seen yet, depending on what happened during our travels. You probably seen it. I'm mad orc.
What the heck is that? Oh, they don't have a thing. Okay, sorry. Commoners, the rest of these lumberjacks who are up now are all going to make 5 wisdom saves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of them drop their as they see you, as they all miss you, Thad, and then watch you fucking deck the shit out of this dude. They all put their hands up and just drop their axes and their tools.
Yeah, look at yeah,
Right,
that's what I thought.
Valhalla.
Uh, gonna put. Oh yeah, sorry, I was writing an email for work. Didn't fall asleep yet, guys.
Ah, she's awake.
I'm gonna squeeze through here. And I'm gonna go here. You know what I didn't do on my turn? Okay.
You didn't.
I'm gonna poke this guy. With the poison spray, I guess. I'm just gonna go pat with one of the vials. There's a hot
Excuse me.
2.
That's that. That's
Where-
over there.
All right, there's your homunculus servant.
Oh, thanks.
What is your how does your homunculus servant do? What it do?
What?
How
What
it
that
do?
thing do?
How it do?
How
what
it
do?
how it do? Well, first, what does that do? Is it gonna save on? Is it gonna con save?
Are you gonna do it? It fails. It takes 2 damage.
Great, it takes 2 damage.
She staggers backwards, back against the table, almost falling to the ground, nearly unconscious.
Great. Then my homunculus servant
Yep.
is going to, from right where it is, it's going to...
Wait, 4 strike, what's the range on it?
30.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Good fucking lord.
It's got a fucking cannon on it.
All right, well, that misses, unfortunately.
But you at least know what my homunculus servant is capable of.
Yep, the little flying glass orb just goes...
I click on that. Oh, shit. I click on it. It gave me a very angry
Nice.
thing.
Nice. Damage.
That's what Thad is yelling as he punches the shit out of these two dudes. Repeat again, pussy.
Dodge
Repeating
JPEG.
NPC action.
He's honestly very
It's
close to what I do
Morse
when I
code.
play WoW already. So
Morse code, basically. All right, Demovan.
Do these guys... Did you say they dropped down their spears or their axes and like the commoners did, or like the thugs did?
The commoners
there's
did.
a comment
Okay.
the lumberjacks behind me.
And the thugs, do they have like weapons out or anything, or
Oh, yeah,
they were
yeah,
like?
they got weapons out, but...
Okay, they still look martial. Yeah, give this guy a big stab then, right in
All
front
right,
of
cool, cool.
me. Yeah.
Lethal
Fat
or
stab.
non-lethal?
Lethal on this first guy.
Okay, cool. Roll damage.
Make an example.
Yeah.
Okay, hit him.
I don't know. This guy just ran out of a fucking smoke cloud. I'm assuming, with the poor intent.
Okay, Cholera.
Which is the thug that she
Is
was
Boozy?
talking to?
Oh, the one who's about to get knocked the fuck out.
Did he seem like the de facto leader at all?
No. He was just the one that talked to you.
So she's gonna pull her sword, but she's gonna talk to. She's gonna just kind of generally. You might want to drop your weapons. You kind of see how this is going.
I like the nonchalance of it.
You want
I also
to...
like that having walked in with them and then immediately switch sides.
No! You made a big mistake.
Yeah, he looks at you confusedly. Cholera, you're more than welcome to roll a intimidation check at advantage. Ooh. Nice. The one that Demovan has stabbed multiple times with a spear drops his weapon.
All right.
He doesn't want more holes.
I'm assuming that's my action.
I mean, that guy's unarmed right now. I'll give him that. He's like, I'm dead. All right. Kalis.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and move up a little bit here, and then I'll turn to the next ruffian and be like, you stop your meanness.
Which one are you doing?
Yeah, close one.
Okay.
I'm convinced.
Lethal, non-lethal.
Can I spray poison on lethal?
Oh, yeah, I guess you could just...
It's like a noxious gas.
I mean,
Like
If you think about it this way, poison could have antidotes.
We're gonna tell you a story.
No, it's a poison story. It'll rot your brain. But yeah,
It's a story about a mushroom.
you could definitely.
get dung, dude.
You knock him unconscious.
yeah.
His head...
That's
He just gets it in his face, and it's more so that, like, that's such a weak amount of poison that he basically just staggers backwards and bonks his head on the back of the table as he falls into the ground, and he goes unconscious.
you knocked him out with a cheese fart, man.
Oh,
Good job.
And that'll show him.
Old
Right.
man cheese fart. Oh, no.
All right, so with the smoke cleared, you watch as the remaining amount of thugs here all look around, see that that there's some threats here, and fucking make a booking out of here.
Mhm.
They boogie. They leave.
So they think.
They're getting out of here, dude.
Yeah, there's nothing to stop them. So they good.
They split. You
How
watch
about-
them as they leave into the darkness, because it's dark outside on the street. They fucking run their separate, they fucking split.
Scatter.
Yeah, they're scattering. They're going
To the
every
wind.
which way.
Cheese it.
Yeah. So at this point, I'm gonna say currently combat is over.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because now we have to have some probably verbal combat to convince this hall what just happened was what we know.
Hey, what
happened.
just happened is we saved them.
Right, but I also just punched one of the 2 candidates for their office in the back of the head, so
Okay,
we might have to
I think
discuss
I think it
We're
would be
gonna
pretty
we're gonna
easy
end
to
we're
convince
gonna be
everyone that
ending
you're
here
confused.
tonight. This is where we're gonna be calling it.
Oh,
but
yeah.
you guys can have a discussion. One of your party members knows a little bit more about what's going on. Thad also has his conspiracy theories about what's going on,
which
And
might
you have-
actually be right for once. This is
And
fantastic.
you have one unconscious guy and one guy who has more or less surrendered. And that's where we're
Yep.
going to end the session tonight, as you guys had
Oh,
your
that'd be-
celebration, your hero celebration, interrupted by a what looked to be a show, a
Contest of dick
Like
swinging.
it was like a fake.
A coup.
Oh, what's
It
there's
was a
word for it. Wait,
coup.
No.
I gotta put my conspiracy.
was a
false
fake
flag event. It's a
coup.
false flag event.
False flag, yes.
Nice.
Yeah, that's it. I gotta get things.
I just love the fact that Thad, that the guy, that fucking Shander, who stands up and he's about to be like the hero of the town, gets fucking cold clocked by an orc monk who just runs out from the background and
with
just
crazy eyes, dude.
Yeah,
Just
just like, I saw you do some weird shit. Boom! He just punches him in the back of the head and knocks him out in one fucking fell swoop.
oh my god. Oh, I don't know if I said it yet, but I fucking love this campaign.
So that's where you guys will be. Starting next time is the aftermath of. So right now, it looks like you guys saved the town. Granted,
Okay.
Thad also punched Shander in the back of the head, but
We just gotta get some people to talk. It's easy. It's fine.
Yeah,
Thad may
I'm
have
sure.
performed a felony, but I think we got this.
Wait. Is it
Performative felony. It's okay.
Is aggravated assault a felony? Is aggravated assault a felony? Because I thought that was a misdemeanor.
in,
Of a
in
political
the
officer?
Forgotten Realms, I don't know.
I don't know. We're gonna lawyer up on this one.
Yeah,
but
I know.
we at
Political
least
official, I'm gonna guess
mean,
it's not good.
like real talk though. The main thing is we got to make sure we convince the townsfolk what we did was the correct thing and that we
Yes.
were stopping whatever it. Because even now, like
What's this
Cora
we shit?
knows what's going on to some extent. Thad's guessed at it and is very sure of himself. But outside of that,
And we have 2 dudes that we can probably get to talk pretty easily.
I
That's
just
what I'm
love
thinking.
though. I
Yeah.
love the fact that I was able to like Neon. You're like, I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna be out of here for the night, and like my character's going to go to bed, and I was just like, nah, no, she's
Nope.
not.
oh, this is
So
such
that was
a.
an instant
Oh
of
my god.
what is my level of care in this situation?
Well, if you're,
Oh, that's
if it would be
a lot,
funny,
that's
like
a-
you could have totally just like fucked off and went
Oh,
to
yeah.
bed if, but you rolled terribly on your stealth check. It's just like, oh well, this dude.
Oh my god.
But that was the funny. That's the thing is that I think Cora figured it out that these guys were like way too
Oh, yeah.
casual for like they're just like, oh yeah, we're just here to do a thing. This could be cool. This could be dope.
Oh,
Good lord.
this is so fucking fun. I love
It's the instance of these dudes who just like they kick down the door and they're just like bang bang motherfucker, we're here to oh, and there's Spear McSpear bro who's just like fuck you, just like yeah, and then
Yeah.
an angry
The
lion
song
who
break.
leaps over the table and decks him immediately gets
Yeah.
fucking smoke
That's right, 'cause you're
grenaded.
still
And they're just
alive,
like,
it's like jumping in. on that.
we didn't sign up for this, fuck, and just leave. Oh my god. Too
I
fucking
was
funny.
totally gonna have the like as the thugs came out of the smoke, Cora just oh no, I've been captured.
Thank you for rescuing
They
me.
got me.
Oh, good stuff. Okay, we'll pick up on that next time with the results of the fallout of 2 captive thugs who have some seedy backgrounds.
I have some explaining to do.
Well, out of your characters don't know this, but those who have played in multiple campaigns probably would understand what that tattoo means.
Yes.
The thing is, I know I should know it,
Ye-
but I'm so bad I cannot remember what the fly snake
There's
tattoo is.
Zentarim.
That was
Yeah.
Zentarim. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that's
you know,
right, from-
everyone sees flying
Chalkboards.
snakes as the
Oh,
as
no,
their
from,
messengers.
thinking from
Yeah. Waterdeep.
Dungeon of the Magic. Yeah, Waterdeep. That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everyone
Waterdeep. There was the Zentarim that we worked
They're
with.
always-
We burned down their
Cholt.
hut or their fort in Cholt. Yeah.
No, that was
Oh
was
no,
the
that's
Flaming
fine. That's
Fist.
Iron
Xanathar's.
Fist or
Zan-
Fire Flaming Fist.
Flaming Fist. You killed
Flaming
Xanathars. You
Oh
worked
yeah,
with the
we burned down the
Zentarim.
Flaming Fist in Cholt, and
You
then
could
we
say we're close.
burned. Well, we didn't burn down, but we destroyed a brain pit in the Xanathars.
Oh, and the goldfish. Oh.
Oh yeah, there's
Oh, yeah,
also
when
the
Boogie
goldfish.
punched the held the goldfish
Yeah.
hostage. I do say Zent way different than they're Zent. They're the Zent. But yeah, so even here.
Wait. How else would you pronounce that?
It's pronounced Zentarum.
Zentarum?
Yeah.
I guess the Rime,
I guess
I guess Rime
Zentarim-
isn't accurate.
CW3 could be the
Zentarim is a lot more fun though.
Yeah,
You couldn't
Zentarim
even
also
pronounce
seems more
it
foreign.
after you said it.
I speak it
Well,
so
also,
exotic, you know.
Well, the other thing too is like again going back to Diablo connection is the
Gent?
Haradrim, right? It's like the same
Haradrim?
E, which is like
Gentarum.
it's pulling
Gent?
from like the Latin roots versus the Greek roots. So
These guys is the Zen. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's
Zen.
interesting. Just the last thing here, it's just interesting that even here in the far frigid north of Icewind Dale,
even they have their
even the criminal syndicates of the Forgotten Realms of Faerun still have a presence.
It's all actually pronounced Feyrud.
Holy fuck! Get
All
out
right,
of here!
I'm punching him in the face right
Hey,
now.
hey, might as well throw it out there. It's GIF, not GIF.
All right, I'm punching him in the
done with
face.
all of you.
I'm pretty sure it's GIF, not
Hold on.
GIF.
I agree with him. I don't
It's
punch him.
GIF-raff.
Blocking you out.
All right, solid shit tonight, everybody. Thank you
Cheesy
so much.
developers choose GIF.
Good,
Oh, I
good
fucking-
role
Yes, I
play.
am.
You guys got some. There were some interesting tidbits that were laid out. Mr. Thad is in possession of something that is semi-important. He'll figure it out.
It's a dildo.
Someday.
It's a
That was
bad
wrinkled.
dragon.
Going to poo.
It's
Little-
made of glass. It's phallic shaped. It's doesn't transfer heat.
Little did he know that the metallic object that he was making is the oldie bad dragon. He is in possession of it.
Oh my.
Oh no.
Uh,
But yeah. Well.
By the way, straight up, one of my goals in life is to be sponsored by Bad Dragon. That is
Wow, what a fucking goal! Jesus Christ.
That is a goal.
That is a goal.
not because I use their products, just because it would be funny.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I mean, I would agree.
You know, I'm getting interviews with all these kinds of people. Maybe I could set up an interview with them. Who knows?
Hey, maybe. But just be like Bad Dragon, Dungeons and Dragons. It's a connection.
Same thing, basically, right?
Yeah.
Bad Dungeons and Dragons. I
Oh,
can't
sure,
wait.
sure. All right, guys, take it easy. I think Thor, our cat, is currently fucking some shit up in the kitchen, so I gotta go take care of that. Good shit tonight. We'll
Yep.
see you guys for more Rime next Tuesday and Sins Thursday. Peace out,
Hell
guys.
yeah.
Gals.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Yep.
All right, thank you everybody for hanging out. I am Scuzz Nugget, your GM. Tonight we had let's see, Fletcher Cricks, our lizard folk druid, played by Gastroy, Hyrukin, our lion boy barbarian, played by Porkins Demovan, played by Waboogie, Polra, played by Neon Thad, played by Thad Crunknuckle, played by Chuckles, Valhana, played by my wife, Derpy Gecko, and Kalis, played by CW3. Thank you guys for hanging out. It's been wonderful. Let's listen to some cool Christmas music as we get out of here. What was he doing? What was he?
He wasn't doing anything. He was laying on the carpet.
I heard bang boom bangs in
That
the other
wasn't
room.
him.
Oh no! All right, we're out of here. Listen to some creepy Christmas music. Candy King Castle. Bye.